Welcome everyone to the stream. I timed that quite well today, actually. You got to hear all the song for once. Okay, let's see who's here. So we've got Mr. Football here. Thought I'd pop in for 15 minutes before the game starts. Luckily, I brought my AirPods so I can hear you. Oh, that's brilliant. You know what? I think for my birthday, I'm going to get AirPods, which I'm a little bit excited about. This tune sticks in your head all day. I know. That's why I picked it, Charlie. I'm just going to give you away for 2 seconds. I'm going to shut my door quickly. Okay, now we're officially ready, and in fact, just to help the lighting a little bit more, let's get some more light here. Okay, we're here. Right, I think there is a delay for about 20-30 seconds, unfortunately. So if I respond to your things about 30 seconds later, then I do apologise on that. It's just down to the stream. Unfortunately, but I'm gonna do what I can. And why are people messaging me now just as I stream? That's so annoying. QPR, the Comeback Kings. I tell you what, if they do make games fun, you know, but I've not seen one boring game involving Queen's Park Rangers so far. So they're gonna be the entertainers, and I'm there for it. Can you check the COLLAB team? I've not seen it. Yes, and in fact, we have got 15 minutes before the kickoff starts, so that gives us more than enough time to check the teams. Right, let's do so here. We'll look at the teams first, and then we'll review what we saw with QPR and Barnsley. So let's look at Cardiff first then. Okay, let's go to the lineups. So, did see it. So it looks like Phillips is staying in goal. So back five, thought so, with Shaw Morrison, Aidan Fleet, Curtis Nelson, Joe Bagan making another start. Thomas Sang in the right-hand side. I think Perry NG's injured, which is why... Oh, he's got an injury of some sort, so I think that's why Thomas Sang is in his place. Marlon Pat, Joe Walls, Mark Harris starting, okay. With Kiefer Moore making a start with Ruben Colwill. A pretty changed squad, actually. You know, I wouldn't say it's the strongest squad on paper. There's Perry NG with Ryan Giles. Yes, no Ryan Giles starting, and no Leonardo Bacuna. That is a rather changed squad. Let's look at Millwall's. Bill Kowski, you've got Cooper, Murray Wallace, Ballard, Romeo, Evans, Keefton Bells, Malone, Saville, and then a front two of Wallace and Afobe. I think that is exactly what Millwall need to do. They need to go for a front two. I think that's a new formation they're trying this season. It's not quite worked so far, but they just need to take chances. I said in my preview video, they need to take chances. Here's Matt Smith on the bench, Tom Bradshaw right there. Got Billy Mitchell over there. George Long in goal. I can't scroll up. There we go. Right, let's see what everyone's saying. Creeper Boy, welcome to the stream. WJ, welcome to the stream. Creeper Boy's asked Preston to go down. I mean, at the moment, if they keep up those performances, yes, they will be a favourite to go down. We're 3 subs away from 750. Yes, that would be incredible if we can get that before the end of this stream. Obviously, it is my birthday coming up very, very soon as well. So it'd be absolutely unbelievable knowing that I've already hit 750 before I turn 21. Game's in 15 minutes, so I have to go soon. Oh, you're watching the game live, James V. I mean, if that's the case, then I hope you enjoyed the game. Any update on Etheridge? Well, I don't think he's starting for what I know. Let's actually check Luton and Birmingham squad now. So Luton, they've got Sluga, Naismith, Lockyer, Kioso, Bree, Impanzu, Alan Campbell. I did expect him to return to the squad. Amari Bell, who scored the only goal for Luton against Barnsley. Musquay, Adebayo, and Harry Cornick. So yeah, much stronger squad this time. Osho, Carlos Mendes Gomez, Onyedema, and Jerome on the bench. Jerome was very an important figure, actually, in the last game. So, Sarkic still in goal. Pedersen, Harley Dean, Mark Roberts, Maxine Colan, Ryan Wood, Sunjic, Bella. No Tav Chong. Scott Hogan with Jukovic. Oh, no, there is. I'm clearly as blind as a bat. Tav Chong has actually been pushed up front a little bit. Because that's the first time I've seen Sunjic and Chong play together. That could be interesting. So we've got Castillo with Gardner, Neko, Sanchez, and Chucks and Neke. So yeah, even Sanchez would tend to be in that position, actually. Yeah, so that's very interesting for what Lee Bow is doing to that squad. It looks quite strong, really. Oh, thank you, James V. I truly appreciate that. You know, I don't... When it comes to numbers, you know, I know numbers, you know, should make a representative. But at the same time, it's just like, you know... if you don't look into it, that's why, you'll keep going with this. Libertine 29, hello again. Hopefully Derby can win again today. They've got Middlesbrough, haven't you? Yeah, so it'll be an interesting score, but I dare say it'll be one that I won't be surprised if I'm wrong with. What do you think will be the best game of the week? It could actually be QPR Barnsley. That actually might be the best game. Hopefully, we get an even better game, in the next 10 minutes or so. But we'll have to wait and see. Hope so. Right. Let's... what squad should we look at now? Let's now go at alphabetical order. So we'll start off with Blackburn and West Brom. Blackburn have got Kaminsky, Pickering, Ayala, Lenihan, Carter. Okay, that's interesting. Travis, Rothwell as a midfield two. Brereton, Leighton Clarkson, the signing from Liverpool, is making his first start. That's okay. I was a bit surprised to see Leighton Clarkson start that soon. John Buckley and Sam Gallagher up front. So on the bench, they got Maguire there. Davenport. Tyrese Dolan dropped down to the bench, unless he's got an injury. I'm surprised Dolan's not starting. Yeah, I think that's where Leighton Clarkson's been. He's filling into his position. Chapman and Butterworth there. Can I scroll up, please? Let's look at West Brom squad. So, Johnston, Senegal, Matthew Clark, Carl Barley, and Dara Shea. What a strong back three that is. Connor Townsend, Darnell Furlong, the new Rory Delap, people keep calling him. With Alex Moat, Jake Livermore as captain there. Carlin Grant, Callum Robinson, and Matt Phillips. Okay, so Matt Phillips is making a rare start to the squad. Button, Kipra, Ajay, Dean Garner on the bench, and Adam Reach. That's the difference. Look how ridiculous their bench is by itself. Their bench could almost rival, the starting 11s of some championship teams. It's unbelievable, really. Let's look at Bournemouth and Blackpool now. Blackpool will not enjoy playing against Bournemouth, I don't think. Travers and goals, Zamora, Kelly. Okay, Zeno has been Rossi, another youth player who's been getting a load of minutes. Chris Metham starting. Okay, that's interesting. Stanislas is playing as well with Kilkenny and Billing. Brooks has served his suspension, so he'll be back. Solanke and Jaden Anthony. It's good to see Jaden Anthony start more games now. Here's Oyan Lyland, a recent signing that Bournemouth have made, actually. They recently made a new goalkeeper signing. Leif Davis there, Mark Condes on the bench, and Ben Pearson both on the bench. So interesting that some of the youth players have actually gone ahead of him. Maybe it's down to injuries or tactics. Right, I did skip through the squad. Let's see Blackpool's squad. So we've got Chris Maxwell, Luke Garbett, Husband, Ekipta is making his first start with Callum Connolly there. Josh Bowler, Kenneth Dougal, Grant Ward, Keshi Anderson, Tyrese John Gills and Joey Yates. I've not been too impressed with Joey Yates and Tyrese John Gills. They're going to need a really good game. Keogh's on the bench with CJ Hamilton, Reece James and Shane Lavery. I think I would have picked Shane Lavery over Tyrese John Gills. I won't lie with you. But that squad, yeah, when you look at it, it should be doing better for what it's doing at the moment. So we'll see if Blackpool can step up to the plate, but against this Bournemouth side that are looking really confident at the moment, it's going to be very difficult. So next is Coventry and Reading. In fact, let's look at comments first. Personally, Phillips has played better than Dean Garner. I can see that. When I see the match reports, I see a lot more mentioning Phillips rather than Dean Garner, really. I mean, I don't think it's a question on of commitment with Dean Garner. I just think maybe it could be a confidence thing. There was a lot of hype build around him, especially in his last championship season. And in the Premier League, he didn't quite deliver it to that level, of course. But obviously, hopefully, when he gets the chance, he can take it. Aidan Flint's on fire. Yeah, Creeper Boy, you're absolutely right. He saved Cardiff against Peterborough here. Do you think your team, Chelsea, will get a good result tomorrow? I hope so, but I'm not too... Well, the thing is, I should say I'm confident, but the thing is, it's Arsenal, and we can never do well against Arsenal. So, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking we won't, but if I were to go with my heart, then yes, we will do well. Okay, so when Reece James signed for Blackpool, he's in England International. Yeah, I don't know if that's a joke or not, but yeah, that's another Reece James from Doncaster. Well, boys, welcome to the stream. Saying Scott Parker was caught drink driving last night. If that's so, then that's not very good. That is not good, if that's the case. Hopefully there wasn't anyone injured or anything like that. Well, if that is true, then I'll potentially see a little bit more of that later today. Right, let's look at Coventry and Reading. So Simon Moore in goal. He's been the number one keeper for Coventry. He really, really has. Hyam, McFadden, Dabo, Junior DaCosta, Hamer, Ben Sheaf, Ian Matson. I'm so proud that he's doing so well for Coventry right now. He's been someone who I really think has not been given enough chances, especially in the youth squad with Chelsea. With Callum O'Hare, Victor Gyolkes and Martin Waghorn starting. That's looking a really decent squad from Coventry there. Ben Wilson on the bench, Josh Pass, Jamie Allen, Jordan Shipley, Ryan Howley, Geordie Jones and Matt Godden. Yeah, that's right. Matt Godden had that injury, but looks like he's not been fit enough to start, but he's on the bench. Let's look at Reading's squad. So, Reading, they have got Rafael Cabral in goal with Tom McIntyre, Liam Moore, Michael Morris and Andy Eardham, Annie Rinamoto, Josh Laurent. All right, Dele Bashiru. Now, obviously, he made an appearance in the midweek game, obviously, for what Reading lost against Bristol City. That was his first appearance, recently signing from Watford to Reading. John Swift keeps his place, by far the best player so far, with Femi Aziz and Josh Puskas starting up front. I mean, yeah, of course, Lucas Jow's got a long-term injury, so he's going to have to. And that bench, there's Junior Hoylett, the new signing. He might be very important come near the end of this, in the next couple of games of the season. Tom Holmes there, Ethan Bristow. Yeah, I won't lie, their squad's looking very paper thin right now, so I'm a bit worried about Reading's squad and momentum at the moment. Hopefully they can pick it up. Right, let's look at Derby and Middlesbrough. So, Roos and goal. Nathan Byrne, who didn't have a good game against Peterborough. We've got Jagielka, Curtis Davies. The combination, 75 years of age, that centre-back partnering is. But that defence partnership worked really well against Hull. Craig Forsyth on the left-hand side with Graham Shealy, Max Bird. Louis Sibley starting, that's good to see. Ravel Morrison, Cameron Joswiak and Sam Baldock starting. So on the bench, you've got Allsop, Buchanan, Stearman, Hutchison, Watson, Stretton and Williams. So now when you look at it, their squad's not looking too bad, isn't it? With Middlesbrough, you've got Joan Lumley, Mark Bowler, Dale Fry, Sam Morsey, Jig Steele, Lee Peltier, obviously a new signing, has not made a start yet, but he will do today. Paddy McNair there with Tavernier, Matt Crooks, Isaiah Jones, who's been one of the most surprising packages so far, and Uche Ipizu starting up front. So you've got Grant Hall, DJ Spence, Howson, Pieros on the bench, so I'll be excited to see him. And Oceana, who I know quite well. He was a player in Billericay Town, I believe. I was going to talk about him in my score predictions, but I had to cut it, otherwise I would have gone all day. But Middlesbrough signed him from Billericay Town, and he knows Isaiah Jones, so could potentially see him going on to link up with Isaiah Jones, and then that will be a really good partnership, maybe. I'm excited, and of course, Luke Daniels, a brand new goalkeeper they got as well. Okay, let's look at more comments here. I will watch the stream after the match, because I don't want to miss it. Thank you so much, James. Rotherham 2-0. Yeah, Wednesday doing really, really well. Who was the goal scorer? I don't know who scored. It was Lee Gregory, who's obviously scored for Sheffield Wednesday in their last game. He's doing very, very well with his move down to League One there. That's going to be 5 clean sheets in a row for Peacock Farrell, isn't it? Because I don't think they conceded a goal, which is brilliant stuff from Wednesday. Excited for today. Week 4 is usually the week when you can start reading into the results. Yes, that's right. Normally, when you start the season, it's difficult to call. When you get to week 4, you start to get a good idea on consistency, teams, tactics, how they cope with different styles. I think definitely after this week, it'll be a lot easier to predict games from week 5 onwards. So, yeah, I completely agree with that. Oh, my gosh, we've not got a load of time at all. We'll quickly look at Preston and Peterborough. Iverson, Hughes, Bauer, Story. Okay, a little bit of a shake-up. Patrick Bauer introducing the squad. Vandenberg, Ledson, Reitman, Johnson, Josh Earl starting with Sean Maguire and Scott Sinclair. Bit of a change of formation there with Ryder Cunningham, Brad Potts, Reece Jacobson on the bench with Bayliss and Grant there. Let's look at Peterborough's squad. We've got Pym in goal with Josh Knight, Thompson, Frankie Kemp, pretty much their strongest back line. Joe Ward, Dan Butler, Burrows starting, Norburn, George Grant, and then, of course, Dembele and Johnson Clark Harris. That's very dangerous for Preston there. Oh, I'm looking far ahead now. Gosh, we're going too far. Not even looked at Fulham and Hull. I think that's going to be the last squad we're going to have to look at. Gazanigan goal, Robinson, Tim Reen, Adebayo, Teti, Seri starting. That's interesting. Onuma, Cavallero, Carvalho, Cabano, and Mitrovic starting up front. And for Hull, we have Matt Ingram, Elder, Greaves, Deshaun Bernard, the signing for Manchester United, is making his first start. Louis Coyle, Smallwood, Doherty, Keane Lewis, Potter, Matthew Smith, for signing, I think, from Man City, but he played at Doncaster last year. Randell Williams, the winger from Exeter. I'm excited to see how he gets on. And Josh McGuinness. And that is the squads. And just like that, we'll start talking about the games as well. I think games are now just starting to get kicked off now. I'm just adjusting the mic right now. In fact, because of the text, you actually can't see it. So, in fact, it makes me look somewhat a little bit more professional now, although it doesn't really help me with height at all. Right. I am going to be constantly looking at my phone because I am going to see people later. So, they're probably going to be on contact with me throughout the game. But hopefully it shouldn't take my attention away from the game. Right, I'm going to have Saturday on just a little bit, just so I can get an ear out for it. But I want to make sure that I don't get done for copyright. And by the way, my score predictions video, I got done for copyright for that. I featured too much content from the EFL. And it was bizarre because it was only one clip they didn't like. I put so many of their clips. And I'm going to look into it in a little bit more detail. We already have the first goal. And it's at Ewood Park, and West Brom have taken the lead. That's not a good start by Blackburn at all. That's exactly what they wanted to avoid, and it's Alex Moat with the goal. I did say my score predictions. If West Brom score quickly, it can get ugly, and they have done so. So, 1-0 to West Brom. All right, hang on a minute. My ticking scores was looking really good, but I need to just change it a bit. There we go. It shouldn't have been a gap there where the smile was. There we go. Yeah, so new ticking scores as well. Because if you remember in my last stream, I reacted to, I think it was Blackburn equalising. And then my ticking scores went wrong. And I couldn't actually do it again. So I had to redo the whole thing. But actually, it looks a lot better. And it looks clearer too. So I'm glad that in a way I got the ticking scores a little bit wrong there. We're also looking at the Premier League games as well. You said 4-2. Yeah, I mean, that could happen right now if they scored that quickly. I mean, I said 3-1. So, similarly, we're going for a load of goals. And that really could be the case. You know, I see Blackburn and West Brom being a team who can score goals. We've already got one. Let's see how much more we'll get in the space of 88 minutes. Hopefully, we'll get plenty. Okay, so how we're doing with this stream. Thank you for liking the stream, by the way. 11 likes at the moment. Thank you so much for that. If you have not hit that subscribe button yet, please do so. Because we're only 3 away from 750. Can we do it? Can we achieve the 3/4 way mark in this stream today? This will be a huge milestone for me if we get 750 today. Just going to keep looking back and forth at Soccer Saturday. Right, in League 2, Forest Green have taken the lead against Crawley. And it's Nicky Cadden with the goal. Forest Green doing really well at the moment. I think that'll be their 4th win in a row if they hold on to this. Crawley, direct contrast, not doing well in League 2 at the moment. Yeah, I think them and Northampton are the only 2 teams with a 100% start at the moment. But of course, Forest Green have played 4 matches as opposed to Northampton's 2. So definitely Forest Green have done a lot better so far in this season. And I tell you what, Forest Green do want to go up, and I think it's about time we do. You know, they've been a team that's been up there for so many years, and they're really, really trying to, you know, get to their highest stage of English football ever. So it'll be nice to see Forest Green get promoted. Oh, yeah, so yeah, they're just looking at their goal now. We still have got no Premier League goals, and the Championship goal, the only one so far, has been West Brom against Blackburn. So we're still waiting patiently. I thought I would tell you this. Bundesliga, Freiburg are beating Dortmund right now. 1-0. Vincenzo Griffo with the goal. Wickham have scored against Lincoln City. Lincoln having a bit of a tough start, but I think that's because they've not got Michael Appleton at the moment due to his illness. It's Sam Vokes with the goal for Wickham Wanderers. Wickham doing really well in League One. I mean, as expected, I thought they were going to, you know, be really strong in League One, and they are proving to be that. Matt J has scored for Exeter, Randell Williams' former club, against Bristol Rovers. A feisty start at ER. Which one is that one? Is that Exeter? I mean, I probably should know what that team is. Oh, okay. Wait, hang on. I'm just looking at League One. Yes, Sam Vokes, the goal scorer. Mina falling like he's been shot. Oh, are you talking about Everton Leeds? Oh, of course you'll be watching Everton Leeds. Gillingham have just scored against Morecambe. So Morecambe, have they lost a game so far, Morecambe? I don't even know if they had. I mean, I could check now. So Morecambe have got 4 points in the moment. So that might be 4 draws, maybe. I think so. Yeah, that could have been 4 draws for Morecambe. But yeah, they're falling behind now. Bournemouth have taken the lead against Blackpool. Dominic Solanke with the goal. Exactly what Blackpool didn't want to see already. Blackpool having a really, really tough start. Oh, yeah. ER meaning Ellen Road. Yeah, I probably should have got that. My brain's not at it today because I've only been awake for a couple of hours. Because of that, I forgot to change my team. Well, because of that, I couldn't change my team because when I woke up, Liverpool and Burnley had already kicked off, so I couldn't really do too much about that. Darn early game, that's what I would say. Okay, so we've got 2 championship goals at the moment. Solanke and, of course, Alex Merritt with the first goal. And we've got a goal at the Etihad, Man City. I think we predicted this. They have taken the lead against Norwich already. Now, I think I said 5-0 for Man City and Norwich. So at this rate, that could be a reasonable target. Ferran Torres with the goal. Yeah, I've just seen that, Charlie Brown. Thank you for telling me. Right, they are checking VAR for this. They're checking VAR. Let's look at if it's going to be allowed. Okay, I'm just trying to listen to the commentary and seeing if it's going to be given or not. No, I think it's given. Yeah. It's Grant. It's a Tim Krul own goal, apparently. So, unfortunate own goal by Tim Krul there. Literally the worst start that Norwich could have at the moment. They've already conceded 4 goals and scored 0 within 96 minutes into their Premier League season. It's not a good sign for them. The only good thing about Norwich now is that they can only get better from here. LGP saying go on Forest. They got to really step up. They've got Stoke. Yeah, they've got Stoke today. That's going to be tough, but you would see on paper, it shouldn't be too bad of a contest. So far, we've only had 1 Premier League goal, which has been from Man City's, of course. 2 Championship goals. We have had Bournemouth taking the lead against Blackpool, and West Brom taking the lead against West Brom. West Brom taking the lead against Blackburn. There we go. So how have all of this started? I mean, at the moment, I'm not really seeing too much going on with most of these games. So, I mean, it can't help when Soccer Saturday don't even show the goals anymore, which is annoying. Okay, guys, thank you so much for supporting the stream with 14 likes already, which is brilliant. Oh my gosh, well, we've got a goal at Kenilworth Road, and it's Birmingham who have scored. So my prediction for 1-0 Luton has already gone down the drain. Birmingham score. Mark Roberts with the goal. That's a big goal for Birmingham. Now, is this going to be a typical Birmingham 1-0 shut the door and swallow the keys performance? I mean, it could be that. It really could be that. Luton are going to have to be very expressive, very patient to win against Birmingham now, because typically when Birmingham go ahead that quickly, it's really difficult to get a result, and it's why Birmingham, are a stable Championship club. They always find these results. Get in, Freddie Sears. Another penalty goal for you. We've taken the lead against bottom of League 2 Oldham. I mean, if there was any game we should win, it's playing against the worst team of League 2 at the moment. Unfortunately, that's gone to Oldham. But Freddie Sears scoring a penalty in the 9th minute. That's 1-0 Colchester. We might actually have a win on our hands for Colchester. Cheltenham taking the lead against Fleetwood. Fleetwood having a really dire start under Simon Grayson at the moment. Callum Wright. That's not Wright brother, isn't it? No, I don't think it is. Callum Wright scoring for Cheltenham. Carlisle taking the lead against Leyton Orient. A Tristan Abrahams penalty. I know about Leyton Orient. I think, if I'm right in saying, Kenny Jackett's now the manager for Leyton Orient, so that's not a good scoreline for them. Southend have taken the lead against Kings Lynn in the National League. I think it's the first week of the National League returning. So I almost forgot. Yes, Southend are now going to be in the National League, but they're going to want an instant return to the EFL. Southend. Yeah, I'm always going to be pro Colchester, you know. We're now officially the best football team in Essex. So it's the only Essex team in the EFL. I've got to back up my home county at this rate. Stockport taking the lead against Dagenham and Redbridge. Yeah, I really like it when National League's back. I think it's a very underrated league. You know, some of the teams it has in that league is quite unbelievable. You know, an original, Football League member, Notts County's in it. Just kicked my mic there. It's got some really big teams with some big history there. Right, Cardiff and Millwall still 0-0. They're cutting to Sue Smith, who's commentating this one. I did think it was a draw. I'm going to be annoyed if it's a 0-0 draw because it was either going to be 1-1 or 0-0, but I changed it 1-1 last minute. So it looks like Millwall had a really good chance there, but brilliant defending by Cardiff have prevented Millwall. And I thought Millwall would have a bit more of the ball. I think Cardiff are definitely not going to play out as much as Millwall are at the moment. Because Millwall, actually, to be fair, whilst they are stereotypically a team that doesn't have load of the ball, I've actually had quite a fair bit of the ball at the moment. Oxford United have taken the lead against Bolton. Matt Taylor with the goal. It's been a so-and-so start for Bolton. Hope you get the first goal. Yeah, it will be nice for Leeds for them to get the first goal. It will be a good way to calm the nerves. I think if Leeds beat Everton, I do have more confidence in them now for the rest of the season. Boreham Wood now taking the lead against Weymouth. I've been to Boreham Wood quite recently, actually. I think it's a place near the Borough of London. Oh. Right, still 1-0 Man City there. They're cutting to Tim Sherwood now. I think they just say Manchester City have been so dominant, and it's just very unpredictable at this stage. Thank you for liking the stream. 15 likes for the stream already. Let's try and push to 20 likes. That'll be brilliant. In fact, 18, I stand correct. Oh, if I know 15, I can't read. 15 likes, thank you so much for that. If we can push to 18 or maybe 20, I'll be terrifically appreciative. We're 3 away still in subscribers to 750. That would be unbelievable if we get it today. And in fact, it'll be a brilliant way to get it because I think I'm going out for a party tonight. So it'll be an added celebration if I get 750 today. All the drinks, all the dancing, all the singing will be in tribute to you guys being an amazing bunch of supporters. I can't believe it. Colchester scored twice. So their second goal has come from Noah Chilvers, a player who does frustrate me, but it's good to see him on the score sheet now. Yeah, brilliant from Colchester. I'm really pleased to see that. I really am. I'm ecstatic even. It's rare for me to say I'm really happy for Colchester at the moment. We are never 2 goals up in any game, so we're going to live it. So I've just noticed Palace and Brentford still 0-0. That's interesting. That game for me could be a game lacking in chances and goals. I think Palace will look at this game saying that they need to improve defensively. In terms for Brentford, they'll be having the confidence, but it's about consistency now, isn't it? You're watching Cardiff Millwall game. It's very evenly matched. Benik Fobe had a shot blocked, and Cardiff don't yet have a significant shot, but Mark Harris is getting in behind the defence. Yeah, it was interesting to see why Mark Harris start, but he does like to do that. He does like to get in behind the defence, so it's definitely interesting. Hang on, I'm just looking at Leeds, Everton. Okay, nothing's going on there. Yeah, so yeah, very evenly matched. Definitely Cardiff will be trying to get into the back line, and in terms of Cardiff, they'll be trying to hold the ball. Think Owen's DMing on Twitter. Right, I've just seen that. Yeah, so watching your stream whilst on holiday. Shouldn't the thing say BPL? That says BPL, the EPL. I mean, I'm saying Barclays Premier League. That's why, and I'm saying that. But Thanks for saying that, LGP. I mean, I do know my Twitter notifications, but for some reason, when there's a message, it doesn't flash up. Yeah, bizarre that, but yeah, it's BPL because I'm doing Barclays Premier League and Championship. I mean, it could be open to interpretation. People could say it should be EPL, but I'm gonna call it BPL. That's fine. It's not a mistake. It's generally what I wanted to put down. Okay, Crawley have equalised against Forest Green, and Man City have already got a second against Norwich. It could really be one-sided now. It could be a riot for Man City at the moment. Right, I'm not missing any goals, I don't think. So West Brom scored, Bournemouth scored. Yeah, I've not missed any goals. Torres gets his goal this time. It's not going to be given away. VAR is apparently looking at it, but it should be given. I think for what I've heard the goal was, I think it should be given. I can't see it being disallowed unless... hang on. Is it going to be disallowed? Is there a foul on a Norwich player? Exeter now 2-0 up against Bristol Rovers. Torquay, the team who made it to the National League final, are now 1-0 down against Altrincham. Marcus Dinanga has got the goal for that. So it's still 1-0 Norwich. Right, it's been disallowed. Ferran Torres doesn't get his goal. There was a foul in the build-up. So there's no goal for Man City there. So it's still only 1-0. Yeah, no goal. Right, Ipswich Town have taken lead against MK Dons. And we've got a goal at Deepdale. And it is Preston who've scored. And it's the man making his return to the squad, Patrick Bauer. Something for Preston fans to be cheering about. Darren Ferguson will be living a nightmare at this rate because it's his former club who's taken the lead against his current club, Peterborough. Patrick Bauer, his first start. I did say he was making his first start. Maybe it was injury for why he didn't start. I don't know why he wasn't starting. But finally, he starts and he scores within 14 minutes of his return to Preston. So finally, something for Preston to be a little bit happy about. Harrogate and Barrow. Barrow taking the lead. Of Fandes Zanzala with the goal there. Celtic take the lead against St Mirren. It is Lau Abada with the goal there. Yeah, and by the way, the Ipswich Town goal, that was from Macaulay Bonne against MK Dons. Accrington Stanley taking the lead against Crewe Alexandra. It is Michael Nottingham with the goal for Accrington. Right. I think the light is still looking quite good. I think I might put the light a little bit closer because problem is when it's really dull, the weather, I'm saying, you know, it doesn't help with my light. Right, looks like Alan McAnally was commentating Preston and Peterborough. Patrick Bauer, I'm going to assume it's going to be a corner goal from a header or maybe just a goalmouth scramble when he gets a touch in the net. It's not going to be the most amazing goal. Not like a Rob Dickey goal, I would say. But Patrick Bauer got a load of strength. Very, very good. I would say Preston's best defender. So it was really surprising for me to see, you know, him not starting. So that means Preston will get their first 3 points of the season, and it means it's now on Forest. If Forest do not win against Stoke, they will be the only pointless side yet. But we still have a long way to go for that game. Peterborough could turn this around. But I did say this has to be Preston's revival, and they're doing exactly what they needed to do. Rochdale taking the lead against Northampton. Josh Andrews with the goal there. St Mirren down to 10 men, which is not good. And Bournemouth have already scored a second goal against Blackpool. Dominic Solanke again with the goal. Now, I predicted 2-0 between Bournemouth and Blackpool. And we still have 70 minutes left to play. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get this score prediction right. But at the moment, right now, it is a correct score. Thanks to whoever's just subscribed to the channel, by the way. We're now only 2 subscribers away from 750. To reiterate, I am going on a party tonight, so if we go to 750 or maybe even 751 or just exceed 750, it will be a good reason why I'll party harder, I'll drink harder, I'll sing harder, I'll dance harder, just for the thought of you awesome people. It is another Dominic Solanke goal. You know, he scored his opening goal for the season against Birmingham, and now he's scored 3 goals in 2. this could be a really big season for Solanke as well. In fact, I'm gonna quickly check how my Gaffer team is doing. I've not actually thought about this. I'm gonna actually see how it's going because it has got QPR players in the team. Barbe actually got quite a load of points actually. Dieng with 3, Chair with 15 because he got a goal. Yes, that's right. I got Elias Chair in the squad. Okay, that's good for me. I've not got a single Bournemouth player in my squad. I've just noticed. That's a little bit surprising to me. Okay. So, Bradford, 1 goal up. Howdy O'Connor with the goal there. Scarlord is upset with Barnsley. I gotta say, that game was a really good game to watch because it was 2 teams with clashing styles of football. But I think the devastating part about Barnsley was the fact they had a 2-goal lead and they threw it. And honestly, all they needed to do was just hold on a little bit longer. If they had managed the game for an extra 10 minutes, they would have got the win easily. I think Queen's Park Rangers, you've got to admire that they have actually done this before. You know, one thing that QPR have been able to do is to pick up points from losing positions. They did so against Millwall, they did so against Middlesbrough, and now they've done so against Barnsley. So anyone who plays Queen's Park Rangers is going to be a really, really difficult match. But so far with Barnsley, they've picked up 5 points, haven't they, which is not a bad start, I would say. I think the more that they play under Marcus Schott, because we saw in that first half, I think, Barnsley at their best. So right now, we are, I think, almost on the cusp of something very, very special with Barnsley. Solihull Moles taking the lead against Wrexham. Joe Sabara with the goal. And Torquay 2-0 down against Altrincham now. Connor Kirby with the second goal. Port Vale with the opening goal against Stevenage. Devante Rodney with the goal. Nervous every time an away goal goes in. Well, yeah, every time you do hear an away goal. Right, I think we finally got a goal, and it's the £100 million man, apparently, with the goal. Jack Grealish already starting to make his money worth. Celtic 2-0 up against St Mirren. Leon Adada, I think, with the goal. Again, actually, so it's a brace for him. John Guthrie equalising for Northampton against Rochdale. We're annoyed because one of our fans commented, thanks for the 3 points now for the whole championship are clowning us, thanks to one cocky fan. To be honest, Scarlord, if this happens to anyone, you know, unfortunately, you know, it's part of football banter. It's football banter, Scarlord, and it's a really deep-rooted part of football. I get bantered every time Chelsea lose. I get bantered sometimes when Colchester lose. It happens, and unfortunately, when you support a team and it doesn't go quite their way, it's going to feel extra painful, especially for the fact that Barnsley did lead that game. But I promise you, because of that one fan, you still would have got it, unfortunately. You know, the fans are ruthless, and it's one thing about football, but we've known it over the years. We've known it, you know, for a while, really. You know, unfortunately, when things don't go your way, you are going to get bantered for it. I mean, the thing is, what I would feel, you know, the club can get bantered, other fans can get bantered, but if you keep yourself out of it, you know, you can get yourself away from the firing line. I mean, I've stupidly before, you know, I've made comments to football fans, you know, my friends as being football fans as well, and it doesn't quite go my way. It's a gambling, you know, sensation, isn't it? And unfortunately, when it does go against you, then unfortunately, the worst comes to worst. Right, Mitrovic has scored for Fulham. It is 1-0 to Fulham against Hull. So it may have been a good decision for me to captain Mitrovic, actually. So that's a good decision by my part. In fact, I'm going to double check on that. Hartlepool have scored against Walsall. It is Tyler Burry with the goal. Yes, I have captain Mitrovic. Okay, so that's brilliant stuff for me. Looks like a lot of people have captain Mitrovic today. I mean, I'm not really too surprised, to be honest. Plymouth have taken the lead against Shrewsbury. Ryan Hardy with a goal. He's had a brilliant start, Ryan Hardy, for Plymouth. Shrewsbury having an awful start to League One, though. I think that's still going to be 0 points in 4 now for Shrewsbury. So, yeah, not good start for Shrewsbury whatsoever. I hope he gets bantered for weeks to come into the club. I mean, the thing is, you know, the team in general, they should have held on. They should have held on for that. I agree. I completely agree. They should have held on to that. Being 2-0 up and then throwing it away, it does question your game management. And I think that's the next thing now. You've got the football, you've got the style. Clearly, the players can play under it now. Now it's about managing the game when you're in a really good position. That is honestly the hardest thing to do in football, game management. You know, you need an unbelievable mentality to do it. And with a side like QPR, they're like one of the only few sides, you know, if you actually put them down in the corner, they'll just refuse to back down. Blimey, okay, so I'm just seeing Exeter have scored their 4th goal against Bristol Rovers. Harry Kite for Exeter now. What's going on with Bristol Rovers right now? Obviously, recently relegated from League 1, now in League 2, and they're 4-0 down. Morecambe have equalised against Gillingham. Cole Stockton with the goal. It looks like it could be another draw for Morecambe at the moment. Look at that. First 24 minutes, Exeter have scored 4 goals. That might be the result of the weekend at this rate. Yeah, I've just seen Manchester City confirm it has been Jack Grealish with that goal. I think I've changed it. Yeah, I believe I have changed it. Forest Green have now retaken the lead against Crawley. Matt Stevens with the goal. Leeds and Everton still 0-0. In fact, what I'm going to quickly do, I'm going to quickly move the light. I want the light to be a little bit closer to the camera here. That looks a little bit better. Right, they're checking something with VAR. Charlie, do you think you could tell me what they're checking in VAR in Ellen Road at the moment? Is it a penalty appeal? Okay, are they checking an Everton penalty? Right, I'm hearing that Everton could have a penalty. Michael Dawson's commentating on Soccer Saturday, and he's thinking it's a penalty for Everton. Right, okay, so VAR's checking for an appeal. Whilst we wait for that, let's go to capture and see the stats for all the games. Right, that was me looking at my capture. Looking at my gaffer, that's what I meant to say. Right, let's look at Bournemouth Blackpool and see if it's... okay, so to be fair... Bournemouth have had those 2 goals, but now Blackpool have now stepped up. Maybe because Bournemouth have stepped back a bit. That's interesting. So stats so far, 5 shots to 4. 2 shots on target each, but 2 shots on target, 2 goals. That's not good. 2 shots off target there, 2 blocked shots there. 2 corner kicks to 1, 5 fouls to 3. 1 big chance. Obviously, they took the goal now. 4 shots inside the box to 3. Looking pretty close, actually. Woking have taken the lead against Wealdstone in the National League, by the way. Let's look at West Brom and Blackburn. Let's see. Look how one-sided that is. That is all West Brom, most definitely. Wrexham have just equalised against Solihull Moors. Paul Mullin with the penalty. And what a scoreline this is turning out to be in Kenilworth Road. 2-0 to Birmingham. They're winning by 2 goals to 0 now. This is quite a scoreline. Birmingham are scoring 2 goals. In fact, where's Jack BCFC? He has said that he wants to see a 3-0 scoreline with Birmingham. Right now, they only need 1 more goal to get there, and they've got to shut Luton out. But that's a huge scoreline. What a result this could be for Birmingham. They're still looking at that VAR call in Ellen Road. I don't think they get... I think it is given, I think. Right, it's a penalty. Who's taking it? Is it Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin? It's going to be Calvert-Lewin taking the penalty, isn't it? I'm annoyed at that because I want Richarlison to take the pen. I didn't hear the events of the penalty, but it took a while. Right, looks like Scott Hogan attacked Chong with the assist. What a brilliant opening 25 minutes Birmingham have had. To score 2 goals, that's something you don't see every day with Birmingham. Why have they taken so long to take this penalty? LGP is really wanting Forest to win at the moment. I've not heard anything from that Forest game, I'm going to be honest. Maybe it's proving to be a really dull game. Is he about to take it? I don't even know at this rate. Okay. Calvert-Lewin will be taking the penalty for Everton. How on earth is it taking them that long? Oh my gosh. I can't be bothered to just stare and wait for this. They're literally just waiting for it. He scores the penalty. Everton have taken the lead. Finally, for what seems like an eternity, Leeds are now 1-0 down. Not a good start for Leeds whatsoever. They are now going to be tested whether they can fight back from this predicament. Thanks everyone for supporting the stream, by the way. We have got 16 likes at the moment. Let's try and push for 20. That'd be appreciative. And please, if you have not done, please subscribe to the channel because we are 2 away from 750, which would be incredible if we can achieve that target today. And to reiterate again, I'm going out for a party tonight, so it would even mean that I've got even more of a reason to party as hard that I'm already intending to anyway. Yeah, so Calvert-Lewin with the penalty. A bit annoyed because I've not got in my team. I've got Richarlison. And I can see why people would use... Okay, so my team so far, I captained Salah, which was a bit of a mistake. Of course, my team is going to be the exact same because I wasn't awake by the time the deadline had passed. Alexander-Arnold gave me 9 points, which is brilliant. Fernandes is going to give me a load of points tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed. Digne, if he keeps a clean sheet against Leeds, can give me a load of points. Dallas could potentially give me a couple of points if he continues to work hard. Ings for Villa is playing. Hopefully, he can score a couple of goals for Villa against Newcastle here. Charlie Price, BBC blocked in the US, so I'm glad I found someone to run down the scores. Oh, really? So, Charlie, you're watching this from the US? That's crazy. I didn't even know that I've even got viewers from the US, but if that's the case, then thank you so much for turning up, by the way. Yeah, it's the least that I can do just to give you guys the ticking scores at the bottom whilst I'm trying to manically try and commentate with all the games. Right, Crawley in League 2 have just equalised once again against Forest Green, so we've already had 4 goals in that game, which is quite amazing. Jake Hessenthaler with the goal. Wrexham have completely turned around their lead against Solihull Moors. David Jones with the goal now. Of course, they are run by the American owners. It's Ryan Reynolds, and I've forgotten who the other guy was. I'm so sorry if I've forgotten him. Okay, let's actually go back to capture. And let's talk about the other stats. Let's look at Preston and Peterborough if we could find it. Obviously, we do have a goal there. So, it looks like Peterborough started all right, but Preston have really taken command since. Ryan Ledson with the assist I've just seen. Stats, so Peterborough having more of the ball, but look at that, 0 shots. Preston only having 2 shots, so not looking like a game that there's a lot going on, but Preston took one of their chances, and I think that's why they are in the lead at the moment. Let's look at Luton and Birmingham. Birmingham to score 2 goals already is quite unbelievable. So, look at that, back and forth. A fair play to Birmingham. I was not expecting that kind of performance by them, but they really have stepped up. Birmingham having 62% for ball? Are you serious? What has happened to this team? So, 4 shots there, 6 shots there, 3 shots on target to 2. So that's 2 shots and 2 goals for Birmingham there. 1 corner each. I want to see those highlights. I've never seen Birmingham have that much of the ball. Okay, so, oh, look at that. 2 big chances and 2 big chances missed from Luton Town. And they've just cut to Johnny Phillips, who's actually commentating that exact game as I'm talking about it. Looks like Luton have missed some big chances. So Birmingham may have got away with it at times. But all that matters at the moment is that they're still winning by 2-0. I'm not surprised you're furious, Charlie. If it was a soft penalty, or if it was like not a penalty and VAR probably proved you wrong, then I would be as well. I could check the scores, but no final score and no idea what US channels do score updates. Only just moved to the US and you're a big Nottingham Forest fan. Ah, fair enough. That's crazy. That I've even got viewers from America, but that's absolutely unbelievable. I mean, when I was there in America, I've been to America twice. And they do have sports channels, but I don't really think they do much on English football. So, yeah, understandably, it would be very, very difficult, wouldn't it? But It's good in a way. We do have streaming services like YouTube and other things, so you can actually see what's going on live. And at the moment, since that second Birmingham goal, we've had no Championship goals, and we're still waiting for another Premier League goal since that Calvert-Lewin penalty. We've not had a single Premier League goal. So I could take a breath a little bit. This is going to be the quiet stage of the game, potentially. The only result that's impossible for me to get right is Luton-Birmingham, but I don't think anyone's got that right. I mean, maybe some people predicted Birmingham to win, and some people predicted Birmingham to score 2 as well. I've not actually checked my predictions, so I wouldn't be able to say. Who do I support? Good question. So I support 3 teams. My Premier League team is Chelsea because my family support it, my uncles support it. It goes back to many decades, so I support Chelsea for that. I'm an Essex lad, so I support Colchester. They're the only Essex team in the EFL now, so they're down in League 2, of course. And I also support Chelmsford because they're my local team in the 6th tier of English football, National League South. And it's actually their opening game today against Maidstone. So hopefully, fingers crossed, Chelmsford do well today. Fulham have just scored their second goal against Hull. And I've not seen who scored it. It's Fabio Carvalho. So he's having a brilliant start. I tell you what, if anyone's had both Mitrovic and Carvalho, you're going to get plenty of points. And I'm telling you what, Fabio Carvalho is really tempting me to be in my Gaffer team next. He is a Gaffer player's dream indeed. I don't even think he's too expensive. I've only just noticed the one who got the assist for Mitrovic's goal is Seri, Jean-Michael Seri. And I didn't think that Michael Seri would actually fall down this low to actually play in the Championship with Fulham. But right now, he's probably getting a bit of confidence. Right, well, we've just seen Chris Kamara doing Sheffield United and Huddersfield, and it's taken 35 minutes to get a shot on target. I predicted 1-1, and it's currently 0-0. And honestly, maybe I should have predicted 0-0 for this game, but yeah, we've not had a single goal come from Sheffield United at all. Huddersfield, they've scored a goal in every game that they've played so far, so that's probably why I anticipated a goal, but maybe this was going to be the game that Huddersfield were going to draw a blank. But right now, Sheffield United need to pick up a win from somewhere, otherwise they are really going to lose track. I know Jokanovic before has been used to, having a terrible start and recovering. I've seen it before, when we've seen it with Fulham a couple of seasons ago, and them getting promoted in that season too. But with a side like Sheffield United, the expectations are huge. Yeah, good. It's good to see you still joking around, Charlie, despite what's going on with your team right now. It takes good spirit and mentality to do that. Whoa! Oh my gosh, guys! I'm completely shocked because I only just checked my subs. We've done it. We've hit 750. Oh my god! We're in the 3/4 stage from 1,000. 250 away now. Wow, that really caught me by surprise there. I don't know who's just subscribed, but thank you guys so much for that. We've got it. We've done it with 750. How are we doing with the likes as well? 17 likes as well with 3 away from 20 likes. Gosh, this is going to be an incredible stream. Thank you guys so much for this. We can really... Oh my gosh, I'm being lost for words, to be honest. Thank you so much. Mansfield have equalised against Bradford. Oliver Hawkins with a goal. Villa and Newcastle still 0-0. It wouldn't mind that, but I want Danny Ings to score a couple of goals for my fantasy league. Get the drinks out. I mean, the drinks will be coming out later, but wow, I did not expect that. In fact, I'm going to try and adjust the light a little bit. Maybe I need to sit up a little bit. My posture's not been that great at the moment. Livingston scoring against Motherwell, so we've got a couple of Scottish League games playing as well. Wow, I'm so amazed. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. Okay. It was Charlie who subscribed. Thank you so much, Charlie. I really appreciate it. I just got it on my feed now. Thank you so much. Clever little stream lads. They can tell me who's subscribed. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do. Okay, so it's going to be interesting because, of course, as I said, I am going out on a party tonight. So I'm probably going to do a lot of the work in terms of calculating the points in the prediction league on the Sunday, and it's going to be interesting. I mean, right now, I've not got any points at the moment, so it's probably not going to be too difficult to calculate my scores. I mean, at the moment, if Bournemouth and Blackpool stays the same, I'll get 3 points. Both Bamford and Mina bite after being at each other all game. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting battle, Yerry Mina and Patrick Bamford. I mean, right now, because Bamford's signed like long-term contract, he's got a hefty amount of expectation now. I've just noticed Derby Middlesbrough is still 0-0, so Derby doing well to hold Middlesbrough out in the moment. I think they'll be quite pleased with that, unless Middlesbrough being by far the better team and they've been riding their luck a bit. But I think with their free agents, I think it's fair to say that Derby might actually be in a better position than what most have anticipated. Definitely for what I anticipated, I'll tell you that. So it's at Pride Park, and it's booked. You meant booked, not biked there. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a feisty battle anyway. Mina is definitely a feisty character. Bamford into the game as well. So Palace and Brentford still 0-0. Yeah, it's darn autocorrect, man. I mean, if it meant for me to say biked, then autocorrect definitely was in your favour there. Right, we are within, I would say, good 5 minutes before half-time. And half-time, is a time for us to take a breath. I think Leeds have just scored. Leeds have scored. It's an equalising goal for Leeds United. I just heard Jeff shout about it. Leeds have just equalised against Everton just before half-time. That's a really big goal. Voice crack there. That could be a really big goal for Leeds' season, especially if they can complete a comeback now. Just before half-time too. That's going to be big. Who scored? Is it Bamford? Let me just check. It is Matej Klich with the goal. So it is is he Polish? I think Klich's Polish. He's the Polish international who scored. Really, really big player he was last season as well. Proving could be a really big player this season. Right. Reading, just before half-time, have taken the lead against Coventry. And it's a John Swift penalty. And that is another... Oh, no. Did I take Swift out? Oh, have I taken Swift out of my fantasy team? Oh, I hope I haven't. No, I don't think I have. I don't think I've taken John Swift out. I was going to say I was going to celebrate, but then I thought, have I taken John Swift out of my Gaffer league? I haven't. He's in my team. Right. My Gaffer team right now is... could potentially be for another good amount of points at the moment. Mitrovic, obviously in the team. Elias Chair in the team. And John Swift as well now. Bamford with the assist. Yeah, that's good for Bamford there. Good communication and good bit of play between Bamford to find Matej Klich in that position. I just seen a couple of highlights of commentary for the goal now. Bournemouth have scored again against Weymouth, so it's 2-0. Lequan Henry, welcome to the stream. I'm doing all right. How are you doing in terms of Nottingham Forest? Because right now, bit of pressure being put on Forest at the moment with the fact that they are still looking for their first point. If they hold out a draw, they will get their first point, but they will still be winless. Preston, now with those 3 points, potentially, before going into half-time, it will take Preston out of the bottom 3. I think, let's actually go to capture now and see how the table looks based on these results. Excuse me. So Fulham, West Brom at top. Bournemouth also with 10. QPR 4th. Stoke 5th with Blackburn 6th. Birmingham up to 7. That's unbelievable. Cardiff there, Luton there. Reading up to 10th. Let's look at this. Preston with that win would take them to 21st. Sheffield United, Forest. And look at that. Blackpool in the bottom of the table as things stand. That's unbelievable. That is quite a big moment. Let's see any other stats we should see. Let's look at Fulham and Hull. To be fair, not as one-sided as it was with West Brom and Blackburn, because Hull have actually had a couple of spells, but overall, Fulham been taking their chances 60-40, 6 shots each, 3 on target each, and 2 of them being goals, 2 off target to 1 there, 2 blocked. So Fulham's defence has been brilliant, 3 corner kicks to 1 there, 1 big chance, and obviously they scored from that, and they had 1 counter-attack. So interesting that Fulham are playing under the counter-attack as well, showing that they are a very versatile team. Let's look at Coventry and Reading, because we've just had a goal. All right, look at that. It's been all Coventry. So Matt would have been feeling very comfortable. And then Reading, with that late spell, score a penalty. Mate, we've seen that happen before. We've already seen it, with when Barnsley beat them, when Coventry were by far the better team, but they're still losing those games. If they win this game, Coventry, they will be on, I think they'll be on 9 points, which would be a brilliant start for Coventry to have 3 wins and 4. But they need 2 goals. But right at the moment, I did predict 2-1, so if Coventry complete a comeback, I will get this score correct. I've been a bit disappointed with Cardiff, Millwall, Derby, Borough, and of course Stoke and Nottingham Forest and Sheffield United and Huddersfield. Those 4 games, we're still looking for our first goal. There we go, we're back. A score prediction right equals a shot tonight. Is that the deal? I'm already going to have enough shots tonight as it is, but I'll make it into a rule. I'll tell everyone how many shots I've already owed to myself. At the moment, I'm only having 1 at the moment because Blackpool and Bournemouth is the only game that I've actually correctly predicted so far. But in a way, I won't mind it because I don't think I'm going to get too many scores right anyway. Kiss of death. I'll then get 6 correct scores, which is actually the best game week I've ever had. If you remember that, it was when I got 7 correct scores, 6 Championship and 1 Premier League correct score as well. That was an unbelievable week. That happened last year as well. And in fact, I think it was the first time I ever joined Ben's HD's Patreon League as well. It was a mad moment because Ben couldn't stop going on about it because I actually matched his best ever game week as well because his best ever score predictions performance was 6 correct scores as well. So we're gloating on a little bit about that. Right, City Norwich 2-0 up. City find themselves going into half time. I only need 3 Man City goals to get to the correct score there. Obviously, I'm doing the prediction of the weekend as well. So it doesn't have to be Championship related. It could be League One. It could be Premier League related. And a couple of you have predicted League One and Premier League scores as well. So that award is also on the line as well. I think it was Simon Chaplin who won the one from last week for predicting Huddersfield 1, Fulham 5. I couldn't. To predict 6 goals correctly and to get that correct distribution, I had to give the prediction of the weekend to Simon Chaplin there. How am I doing in this Gaffer Prediction League? Well, I was winning. I was winning in that league. I really was. But Johnny Borough, we've got him in our leagues as well. He's also a Patreon. So right now, he is leading the front. And I think I dropped down to 3rd. But if I'm got a good game week here, I think I can overtake at least 2nd place. Johnny Borough is going to be difficult to beat. But the thing is, what I've got to do, I've got to play my free boosts right. And I'll tell you what I'm already planning to do. I'm planning to do the unlimited transfers and potentially make them into an away thing. So I can play 2 boosts there and then maybe do part of the bus as well, maybe. And then put the 3 boosts in 1 week. And then when the boosts reset on the 2nd week, do the unlimited transfers again, but switching it back to like a really balanced team, because what I'm potentially going to do with the unlimited transfers, I'm probably going to have 3 West Brom, 3 Fulham, 3 Bournemouth or whatever. But that is how we use our transfers. And Villa have just scored against Newcastle. Right, please say it was Danny Ings who scored. That would be a brilliant start with my fantasy. It's Danny Ings. Oh my God. I tell you what, this is literally what I needed. If any Villa player needed to score, for me, it would have been Danny Ings. So how's my Premier League fantasy now going? So Danny Ings has just got a good amount of points for that. And, okay, because Digne couldn't keep the clean sheet against Leeds, he's lost points there. But Dallas could get me more points if Leeds overturn the comeback. Just before half-time, Matt Phillips has just scored for West Brom. That's a really big blow for Blackburn. If they'd gone down just only 1-0 at half-time, they could think they could have a chance to get back into this. But now they're 2-0 down going to half-time. It's going to be very difficult now. But Matt Phillips just before half-time has scored for West Brom. That's 2-0 to West Brom. And looks like the half-time whistle is going to go off. Yeah, it has just gone off as well. So literally a goal within the first kick and the last kick of our half. That's quite unbelievable for West Brom. And Aston Villa just about clutch a goal before half-time as well. 48th minute in that game too. You think of predicting 0-0 between Blades and Huntsville? I think quite a lot did. But, of course, I predicted a draw. I think majority of people predicted a Sheffield United win. But for me, I just didn't see enough. I thought it was going to be 1-1. I thought eventually, against this defence, that, they should score against it. But even with that, if they can't score against Huddersfield, comparing it to Fulham, who scored 5 against them, there's some serious problems going at Sheffield United if they can't do that. Who got the assist? That's a good question. In fact, I want to know. If it's Callum Robinson, that would be brilliant. Hang on a minute. I can find out now, because I've got the goal right in front of me. It is Carlin Grant. In fact, I've got in my team still, I think, Carlin Grant. I could double check. Yes, I've got Carlin Grant on my team. Right, that's actually good, because he'll give me points. So, unfortunately, Ben Brereton's not going to get many points if he stays quiet at the moment. But at least it means Callum Robinson and it means Carlin Grant will get some points as well. Sometimes you do got to make those sacrifices, right? Looks like Matt Clark actually left the pitch, maybe for an injury, which I hope is not that serious. But Semi Ajayi is on, so shows how ridiculous their squad is to still have all of that quality there. Charlie Brown's not happy. Maybe he wanted Robinson to get the assist, or Moat, or maybe... if anyone's got Moat in your team, you're going to get a load of points at the moment. Scunthorpe and Sutton's 0-0 at the moment. I'm always going to keep my eye on Sutton with them being a new member of the English... the English Football League. I was going to say English Premier League, but that'll be going a bit too far ahead. Thanks for liking the stream, everyone. 17 likes is brilliant. We're 3 likes away from 20 likes. If we can get 20 likes, I'd be terrifically appreciative. If we can, maybe even get a bit more above 750, just to make me a little bit more comfortable that we'll stay there by tonight. That'd be terrifically appreciated. Look at it this way now. We've got 750. We can tick that. Now, it's 50 from 800. 800 will be unbelievable. Oh, Dara O'Shea you may have got, but he'll give you a first half clean sheet. Yeah, in fact, I guess he will. Oh, did I put Carl McFadden in my team? I can't remember if I did. I'm going to have to double check now. I might have done. Yeah, McFadden is in my team. Obviously, he's conceded a first half goal. Morrison's playing, but he's got 0... How's he got 0 points at the moment? Right, I need to refresh this Gaffer team at the moment. So... yeah, they've definitely not updated this, because John Swift will get more points because he scored the penalty, of course. McFadden shouldn't have the same amount as Morrison there because Coventry have conceded a goal. Yeah, basically, they've still not updated it because Carlin Grant should also get some more points as well. But at the moment, with the points not being updated, I'm already on 50 points, which I would take at this point. It's pretty much matching the whole thing that I did in the full 90 minutes. So... hopefully, I hope to get at least 80. That'll be a good target, I think. 100 will be unbelievable, but I think 80 will be a realistic target. You've got Smith for Stoke. That'd be good if you can get a goal or assist against Forest. Mr. Football said that was an awful half. Defensively good, but we can't get the ball and create anything there. Outclassing us. Hopefully, second half, they lose our intensity. Well, one thing I'll see, and one thing I think it'll be a bit privileged, that Huddersfield are now playing against a team who just can't score a goal. And Sheffield United have just shown they really cannot score a goal, which really is a worrying sign for them. Huddersfield, it sounds like to me they've not had a lot of the ball, which I did expect. But what Huddersfield need to do, just get that intensity, move up the pitch, win a dangerous free kick, win a corner. Because I think set pieces can really give an advantage for Huddersfield. You scored a set piece against Derby, a brilliant Sorba Thomas free kick with a Naby Sarr header. That's what you need. You need those set pieces in dangerous areas. James Fee, I popped back while it's half time. How was the game, by the way, James? I'm interested to know. It's good to see some of you back for half time. It's been quite an intriguing game half, to be honest with you. One result that stands out for me at the moment is Luton 0, Birmingham 2. What a scoreline that is for Birmingham at the moment. To score 2 goals. This is where we need to see Jack BCSC on the stream, because he has been saying to me, since he subscribed to me, he wants to see the day when Birmingham win by 3-0. And I'm like, we don't know if that will ever happen. But right now, it could literally be the day we see Birmingham win by 3-0. But Wickham have missed some big chances. So maybe a bit fortunate for Birmingham to keep that 2-goal advantage. Stars having a class game. For some of the tackles he was making were class, and we had a little chance. Thomas took the ball from Bash and ran to the box, but got tackled. Yeah, I mean, I think Sheffield United are also really, really good defensively, but going forward, I think both these teams are cancelling each other out because they're so bad going forward. That's what Huddersfield need to do. They need to get set pieces. Sheffield United just need to remember how to score again because the value of their strikers is ridiculous. It was very scrappy. What game were you watching? Were you watching the Cardiff game or were you watching the Huddersfield game also? Because if you're watching the Cardiff Millwall game, for what I've heard, that game was pretty scrappy. I think for what I've heard, I think Millwall may have looked better on the ball, but Cardiff obviously defensively strong. Sarr's been great. I know Sarr, can be talked about, for making some mistakes, but he made a goal line clearance against Preston, and I don't think anyone's going to talk about it because it was an unbelievable goal line clearance against Preston. And he really is, when he's in the right position at the right time, he's so important for that Huddersfield team. Oh, you're watching Middlesbrough play against Derby. Yeah, I'm interested to hear about that because we've not seen too much commentary at the moment. I mean, if it was scrappy, then maybe what Derby have done well is to stop Middlesbrough with their flow of attack. Derby have not given me the impression that they've attacked too much or have had too much success in it, so that could be a scrappy 0-0 or 1-1. O'Brien been playing great as well, running down every Sheffield United player that gets the ball, trying to pressure them into mistakes. Yeah, but that's what they need to do more. They need to keep up this intensity going into the second half. I think for me, just as long as you stay defensively strong, win a dangerous set piece or win an interception and counter, then you could score. Because Sheffield United have shown that, they can be exposed to that sort of thing as well. So just keep going with that and then maybe Huddersfield will get the luck. I still can't believe we reached 750 subscribers today. I won't lie, wasn't really thinking we were going to get that today, but thank you guys so much for that. If anything, now let's try and make a step closer to 800 now. If we can get to 800 soon, that'd be incredible as well. Once again, every subscriber I get now is one big step closer for me getting monetization. It's you getting your rewards as well, which is the football game that I promised to stream, which I've been told is being downloaded as we speak today. Not on my platform, but one of my mates' platforms, which I'm going to be able to get off in very, very soon. We are going to, also you'll get the collab with BENHD as well if I get 1,000 subs as well. A Q&A as well, and Lexa's football prediction league for the Premier League. So there's 4 big prizes if I were to get to that target. Nichols as well has been great, made a couple of really good saves. Really good save from a McBurney bicycle kick. Okay, that'll be interesting for me to see that back. Yeah, McBurney's always a character that, give him the ball and give him the space, he can definitely turn something into it. But, yeah, I wanted to see Nichols in goal, and it's good that he's making these saves. Maybe he will be the #1 goalkeeper now for Huddersfield. Thanks, James, by the way. I'm really, I do appreciate it. So, we're now 75% the way there, and it's unbelievable considering where I was last year, really. I think definitely this year, we have stepped up. It could have even been bigger for me this year, but there's definitely been a significant improvement in terms of last year's, especially. Statistically, we've had 50 subs nearly every 4 weeks over the last month, which is fantastic. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's literally just under 2 subs a day, which is brilliant. That is unbelievable. I mean, at the peak of it, we were getting 100 subs at 50 weeks, but then obviously it slowed down a little bit, but now still 50 over 4 weeks is brilliant. It really, really is. I remember one stage where I got to 600. I made my special for 650 within 2 weeks of getting 600. Yeah, I mean, that's the mission, isn't it? Get this guy to 1K, and then when it does happen, I'll be forever grateful for you guys. Really, I really, really would. And then hopefully, I'll still have a load of plans and strategies to plug up the future of this channel. It's going to be really difficult this year, and I can't stress that enough because I am doing my final year of I was going to say A-levels, I wish. I am going to do my final year of university this year. My job is going to be a lot more intense, and if you saw my announcement message, you would have known that I have received a new shift based on my university timetable as well, so that's what's going on there. So yeah, it's going to be really difficult this year, and it may mean that I might have to upload less in the next coming weeks or so, but Predictions will still be there. Review videos will still be there. And I'll try and do gaffer videos. I really, really would. I don't really want to put anything away because I found a way to upload every single day somehow, which is, been incredible, really, for the fact I have been able to do that. But it has been really exhausting. Really has been exhausting. I mean, I'm glad I'm not standing up because I may have gained a bit of weight trying to just sit on my backside doing all this editing. There came a time when I was doing a load of exercise and actually getting somewhere. But, yeah, unfortunately, it's the sacrifices you've got to make, really. Right. Now we're at half-time. I should really get the chance now to look at capture and see what's going on. All right. Okay, so there's my gaffer team stuff. Let's refresh that and see if they've changed it. So yeah, 52. They're still not changed Grant. They're gonna give Grant more points for sure. Yeah, McFadden's points have gone down at the moment. So Basham keeping the first half clean sheets there. Okay. Let's look at some stats. Let's look at Cardiff and Mill, because we've not looked at that yet. So very even, back and front. So we've got Cardiff and Mill, and then switching the momentum, and Cardiff ending the stronger out of the two teams. Stats go, so 51 to 49. So Cardiff having more of the ball. That surprised me. 5 shots to 4. Look at that. Only 1 shot on target in the entire game. Not great, isn't it? Doesn't really show great promise. 4 shots on target to 1. 2 block shots to 1 there. 11 fouls from Millwall. That's quite significant. 1 big chance missed for Cardiff, and 1 time hitting the woodwork too, and 1 counter-attack for Millwall. So a bit of a contrast of styles right now. Looks like Derby and Middlesbrough. So Derby, look at that. Derby playing the better for Middlesbrough apparently. If Derby can beat Middlesbrough here, that would be a brilliant result, but it really would put a lot of unnecessary pressure on Neil Warnock now. Let's look at the stats. So 63 to 37, 6 shots to 3, 3 shots to 1. Maybe there's a lot more optimism now going to Derby, so they're playing with better momentum and just simply better energy. 2 block shots to 1, 4 corner kicks to 0, so no corners from Middlesbrough there. 3 shots inside the box, 3 saves Lumley's had to make compared to the 1 that Kelly Roos has had to save. Yeah, I can safely say Derby have been the better team so far. Let's go Stoke and Forest. Stoke looking like they've been a stronger team, but Forest, yeah, holding them out so far. Stats, 62 to 38, Stoke having more of the ball. 0 shots from Forest. That's not a good sign, isn't it? Only 1 shot on target, though, so it's been a really bad game to watch. 2 shots to 0, 1 block shot there, 4 corner kicks to 1, 2 offsides. 1 big chance and 1 big chance missed for Stoke, so probably Forest got away with it there. But look at that. To see the zeros with the attacking stats is not a really good sign for Forest. Right, let's go for Sheffield United and Huddersfield. That'll be the last thing we look at. So, momentum-wise, Huddersfield's starting well, but then it's pretty much been all Sheffield United from, I say, from like the 10th minute onwards. Then it goes to stats, 68 to 32. 0 shots again from Huddersfield. God, it has been one-sided. Look at that. 4 shots on target to 0. It has been very one-sided from Sheffield United, actually. I didn't expect to see that. I thought it would be a bit more even. 3 shots to 0 there, 1 block shot there, 3 corner kicks to 2, 1 offside, 7 fouls, 0 shots. So Huddersfield and Forest being the 2 teams at the moment really struggling to get anything out of this game. I think even Blackpool have scored. I think even Blackpool have had more attempts. Look at that, 5 shots and 2 there. So yeah, even Blackpool have done more going forward than those 2 teams. Can you look at my team? I will do so when I can. We've been woeful, says LJP. I mean, the stats suggested to have 0 shots at all is not great, isn't it? I mean, Stoke, to be fair, I know they've had a lot more of the ball and have had a lot more shots, but on target, they've only had 1 shot on target. So it hasn't looked like a great game to watch, to be honest. It's looked quite scrappy, looking at these stats, to be quite honest with you. We'll quickly look at the team now. In fact, let's go Gaffer here. I'm just going to quickly look at how I'm doing in terms of my thing. Okay, so at the moment, I will be 2nd place in BENHD's prediction league. But once again, Johnny Burrow using his 2nd boost. I'm still holding on to my boosts, of course. Charlie, where's your team? So, yeah, you've got the Brownies, boys. That's your team. You are on 38 points at the moment. In fact, let's quickly go to catcher so you can see for yourself. So that's how your team's doing at the moment. I think there's going to be a big change. You know, there's got to be an upgrade. So you've used your 3 boosts already. Bit of a risk for what I'd say. You know, I'm still going to hold on to these boosts. You're going to have to watch Match of the Day tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't actually watch Match of the Day that much now. You know, I go back to just streaming services. Am I going to be watching Arsenal-Chelsea? Very likely. Probably not live on this channel, but it will be very likely I will be watching Arsenal and Chelsea. I want to watch it live, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to, based on the time. I may be too hungover as well to stream it too. But, yeah. It's going to be a really interesting game tomorrow. I'm always nervous to play Arsenal. Unfortunately, you know, most people say, oh, Arsenal aren't a scary team anymore. But the fact that Arsenal always get a result against Chelsea, that we've always got that fear factor against Arsenal, of course, or Arsenal now, as I like to call them, I would say. Okay, what are they previewing here? They're probably previewing West Ham Leicester, I think. Is that... Boost reset every 15 games. Well, yeah, 15 games, yeah, I know, but I'm still holding out. I know, but the thing is, because you're now going to have 12 games, or 12 match reach, you know, with no boost, aren't you? So I'm still holding out, aren't I? So I know I know that boost thing now, but I'm still holding out. You know, I already gave you my tactic for what I'm going to try and do. And it could backfire, especially if I predict the game's wrong. But it could be a big success as well if I get it right. One thing I'll most definitely do is unlimited transfers. That's definitely one boost I'm going to be using. I'm so excited for Arsenal and Chelsea. Yes, I mean, I'm always excited to see Chelsea and Arsenal play against each other. But, yeah, I won't be excited if we lose it. That's all I'm going to say. If we win, it puts a great amount of confidence in the squad. And, in fact, a bit of optimism if we can actually have a really good season. Yeah, you can now roll over to transfers. And agreed. Okay, thanks for liking the stream, everyone. 18 likes. We're 2 likes away from 20 likes. That'd be brilliant if we can get to 20 likes. That'd be terrifically appreciative. Right. We've got the second I was playing. Forest Green have scored again against Crawley. 3-2. They're winning now. Swindon are 1-0 up against Salford. So Salford not having an impressive start at the moment. Swindon, of course, having their financial issues, but they're actually doing pretty well at the moment. Just got to look at each game week. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's basically... I mean, people would say, oh, you've got to look at all the game weeks and then plan when you're going to use the boost. I don't do that. I just look at what games I have in each week and I just think, okay, is it now the time to do it or not? It's basically down to instinct. I don't really plan all of these things, to be honest with you. I'm not being that sort of fantasy league player. That's all I'd say. I'm pleasantly surprised for the fact I've not made a single transfer and my team's still doing all right at the moment. And that's my Premier League one as well. So, at the moment, is it only 24? How can it only be on 24? These streams are helpful to be able to get the scores. Yeah, I mean, that's literally the whole point of it. Plymouth has scored again. Luke Jeffcott, who else has scored for Plymouth? Ryan Hardy and Luke Jeffcott, 2 of Plymouth's best players scoring for Plymouth there. Yeah, Luke Jeffcott, agreed. He's a really special player, along with Ryan Hardy as well. I think Ryan Hardy sometimes gets a bit under the radar a little bit, a bit underrated. It's still 0-0 between Palace and Brentford. It could really be 0-0, you know. I hope not. If Brentford get a goal, that'll be 6 points out of 6 at the moment. Okay, I think we've got a free kick at a close position, maybe for Palace. No, I didn't. I thought I heard Clinton Morrison say we've got a free kick, but I don't think we do. I'll just look at Chelmsford's game, and we're still 0-0 against Maidstone. So we are away at home to Maidstone. Birmingham has scored a third. Oh my God. It's 3-0. It's 3-0 to Birmingham. It's happened. And it's Scott Hogan with the goal. Oh my gosh, we've seen it. We've seen it. Oh my God, it needs to stay 3-0, and Jack BCSC would have got his dream to say 3-0 to Birmingham. I don't know if he's actually... Voice crack. I don't think he's actually predicted 3-0. Oh my God, because he did leave his scores out. Hang on, if he's predicted 3-0, that would be prediction of the weekend if he did. Oh no, he's gone 2-0. He's gone 2-0, so his prediction's wrong now. So it was a little bit pessimistic. Right, Notts County have taken the lead against Barnet in the National League. Barnet right down there, actually, which is really sad to see them, really struggling, actually. He's going to be happy, agreed. He said that he always joking around saying 3-0 to Birmingham, but now it's actually 3-0 Birmingham. And it had to be the time he's not here as well. So, we're witnessing history there. The first time ever on Let's Alexis where we've seen Birmingham being 3-0 up. Okay. Well, Ben Brereton has just scored for for Blackburn. So it means Carlin Grant and Ben Brereton are going to get some points on my team. I tell you what, I don't know why I'm doing so well in Gaffer, or not just Gaffer, but just Fantasy League in general this year. Now, this could be a Blackburn comeback, but one more West Brom goal would be my correct prediction, because I predicted 3-1 in this game. So I'm glad in a way that Blackburn have scored. So now it's just down. Is my score on? Yeah, potentially one more West Brom goal would be a correct score for me for this. So that'll be another shot if West Brom score. Not Bournemouth Blackpool, still 2-0 to Bournemouth. If that stays the same, that will be a shot because I predicted 2-0 to Bournemouth. Okay, we've got a goal at Ellen Road. Everton have just scored. It's 2-1 to Everton now. Who has scored? Mansfield has scored against Bradford. Ollie Hawkins again with a goal. I can't hear who has scored. Oh, Dallas couldn't quite defend it. It looked like he couldn't quite defend the cross. It's Damari Gray with the goal. New transfer, of course, for Everton. A couple of eyebrows being raised by that transfer, but it could have saved Everton the points there. Scunthorpe are leading Sutton. Jake Scrimshaw with the goal there. Cambridge leading Burton. That's a big scoreline. Burton with 100% start so far in League One. Looks like they'll lose it to newly promoted Cambridge. Sam Smith with the goal. He'll be wanting to stay with Cambridge, but he'll definitely get his request. Just don't sing a single Sam Smith song. I was going to do a really clever pun, but then I couldn't say it. Don't hire me as a comedian. That's all I'd say. Kelty Hearts have just got the goal against Edinburgh City. So it looks like a singer has scored. Yeah. We get a couple of those. I mean, the best one I think is Chris Martin of what we get for Bristol City. I always think in my head, okay, just do not sing a single Coldplay song every time Chris Martin scores. Yeah. If I'd have known Sam Smith a little bit better, I probably would have been able to quote a song of his, but I genuinely couldn't even quote. Well, I know his songs, but I couldn't even quote like a single line of his songs. I don't tend to remember lyrics of songs anyway. Okay, my gosh. So right now, how many points would I have? I'm just trying to calculate the points. So I would have the correct outcome for West Brom, the correct result for Bournemouth, so that'd be 4. Correct outcome for Cardiff, that's 5. Wrong for Derby Borough. Correct outcome for that, 6. Okay, and then Sheffield United Huddersfield will be 7. So I have 7 points so far. Jack, you have finally turned up. I mean, not only are Birmingham winning, it is 3-0. And you said it. You said it. One day it will happen. 3-0 Birmingham. If they hold on now and stop Luton Town from scoring, it might just be the day that Birmingham win by 3-0. It might just be the day. And what a day would it be as well. We've gained 750 subscribers as well. You know, what a day this will be. This will be an unbelievable day in terms of the watch-along, I'll tell you that. If you ever not liked the stream, please do so. We are 2 likes away from 20 likes, which would be absolutely brilliant if we can get there. In terms of 750 subs, thank you guys so much for that. But now let's try and push to 800. That is the next target. But unbelievable, really. I did not expect... Well, I didn't expect my channel to do as well, but I didn't expect these scorelines as well. I would prefer if Coventry can do a comeback against Reading. That would be nice for me to see. Fulham to score 2 more goals would be nice as well. Peterborough, if they complete a comeback against Preston, I will be onto something. Sheffield United, if they remember to score, and if Huddersfield score, I'll be onto something. And then Stoke and Forest needs to just get to life. You need 3 more goals at Ewood. You need 3 more? Oh, yeah, you said 6-2, didn't you? So, yeah, I need... or 4-2, I think. No, yeah, you said 4-2. No, I mean, I only need 1 more West Brom goal now. There's still time to go. Potentially could get more. Yeah, you could get more. Right, Hartlepool are 2-0 up against Walsall. It is Nicky Featherstone with a penalty. Walsall with a terrible start again. You know, they've had a couple of really terrible starts to the season, but really... a terrible start this season as well, losing to a recently promoted side as well. Not great for Walsall there, but Hartlepool will be in dreamland. That'll be 2 wins in 3, I think. That'll be, yeah, 2 wins in their opening 3 games, which Jeff would definitely take right now. Definitely doing a lot better than their other recently promoted side in Sutton to only pick up only 1 point in their opening 3 games at the moment. If Sutton do not step up, they could be a side that can go straight back down to the National League. Notts County 2-0 up against Barnet. I think they'll be a favourite to get out of the National League. I think alongside with Southend as well. I think those will be the 2. I keep my eye on... Right, well, I've lost my Bournemouth result because James Husbands just scored for Blackpool. Okay, so I was a little bit wrong there. Blackpool have actually managed to score against Bournemouth there. So that's my result gone for Bournemouth and Blackpool. So the best thing I can hope for now... is that it stays with a Bournemouth win because it means I'll get 1 point. Right. I'm just sorry, people just messaging me about later today. I'm going to have to take a couple of calls later. Right. Ipswich were leading against MK Dons, but Scott Twine has just equalised for MK Dons. How are Ipswich still not able to win, you know... How are they still not able to win with that squad right now? Has my husband scored? Definitely not, Charlie. It is James' husband, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple of puns, you know, in the commentary to see him score. It's annoying, really. Yeah, it is annoying, really. Dagenham and Redbridge now 2-1 up against Stockport there. Right, guys, so many messages. I'm going to have to look away from my phone in a minute because it's going to put me off. So we're in the 60th minute right now, so we've got about half an hour left of this stream. Right now, still no correct results, unfortunately. It's not looking good for me, isn't it? Celtic are looking good, though. 5-0 up, they now find themselves against St Mirren. Usman Edouard with the goal. And it's not a great result for St Mirren whatsoever. It's really going to affect their goal difference. Right now... So, yeah, we're just hearing the James Husband goal now. I think it's just poor defending by Bournemouth. They can't clear the danger. And then, obviously, James Husband, right place, right time, scores. 2 more Fulham goals will put me in the driving seat. Well, I tell you this, I've just lost 3 points just like that, I think. Has it just... Nah. Has it just turned 2-2? Hang on. Have Blackpool just equalised? I think they have. I think it's 2-2. What a comeback that is. It's a penalty as well. Jerry Yates scores. It's 2-2. What? I mean, if Blackpool can beat Bournemouth... that will blow the promotion race wide open. I didn't even know it was a penalty. I should have heard the commentary. Right, there's VAR going at Villa Park right now. I don't know what's going on. It could be a penalty as well. Right, Aston Villa have got a penalty, I think. And I think Danny Ings takes the penalties as well. So it's a chance for me to get some more points with Danny Ings. Newport just taking the lead against Tranmere. It's Alex Fisher with the goal. Bradford equalised against Mansfield. Charles Vernon with the goal. Thank you guys so much for the support, by the way. Gosh, this has been so exhausting to keep up with this. I'm just looking there, trying to listen to that commentary. I tell you what, as soon as I get headphones that can connect to my TV, that'd be so helpful, because then I wouldn't need to multitask and look at the screen. God, I can't be tired already. I'm going to be out for a really long night tonight. It's probably just exhausting talking for a good hour and a half. Yeah, it is actually been an hour and a half precisely that I've been streaming for. Or was it El Ghazi taking the penalty? I thought it was going to be Danny Ings. Why is Danny Ings not taking the penalty? That's annoyed me, that. I want more points for Danny Ings. Why is El Ghazi taking the penalty kick off Ings, unless Ings has been substituted? I don't care if El Ghazi is the prime penalty taker. It should be Ings. He scored last week. These penalties are taking forever. Bolton have just completed a comeback against Oxford. They're now 2-1 up. Owen Doyle with Bolton's second goal. That's incredible. Right, Aston Villa now winning 2-0 against Newcastle. Looking very comfortable in that game now. In fact, I need to change a couple of these results. So I've changed the Leeds and Everton. Man City 2-0, Norwich still. 2-2 there, 0-0, 1-0-1, 2-0 there, 0-3, 1-0. Yeah. Right now, all the scores are updated. Right, it looks like it could be running riot at the City Ground. Oh, well, City Ground. We wish. At the Etihad. Because Man City have now scored their third. Aymeric Laporte now with the goal. So now only 2 more goals for me to get the Man City score right. And it looks like we've got 26 minutes left of that one. So, yeah, that's very likely. That could be possible. God, what a comeback this is for Bolton. To be 1-0 down to Oxford, Carl Robinson, and then to complete 2-goal comebacks. Brilliant. It is El Ghazi who scored the pen. That's annoying because I wanted Danny Ings to take it. God, what a scoreline this is. Bournemouth 2, Blackpool 2. If Blackpool get ahead somehow, that would be brilliant for Blackpool. It'll keep them out of the bottom 3, that's for certain. Cardiff Millwall still 0-0. I'm a bit worried it's actually going to stay that way. Coventry need to somehow try and complete a comeback against Reading. It will do me the favour as well. Plymouth now 3-0 up. Ryan Hardy with his second goal of the game. Plymouth running absolutely wild against Shrewsbury. And Shrewsbury really not a great start for Shrewsbury whatsoever. Could it be time for a change of manager? I don't know. But Shrewsbury, I think, as it stands, I think they'll be bottom of the table actually in League One if they lose that heavily. I might be wrong. But on the top of my mind, if my maths is right, they should be bottom. Right now, yeah, Shrewsbury will be bottom as it stands. Looks like we've got a goal at the Coventry ground, Ricoh Arena. Coventry have just equalised against Reading, and that's going to be really good for me. I mean, I need one more Coventry goal now, basically, to get a correct score. Jamie Allen with the goal for Coventry. And Stoke have taken the lead against Nottingham Forest. So that means Nottingham Forest will be still on 0 points as it stands. Who has scored? It is Josh Tymon, the goal scorer for Stoke City. It's the first time we've actually seen Courtney Sweetman-Kirk today. But yeah, it's 1-0 Stoke. Disappointing game and disappointing performance by Forest. You really have jinxed it, Charlie. You really have. I mean, Forest, what's happened to you? I mean, you got Chris Hughton, you know, like, probably, like, up there for one of the best championship managers ever. But unfortunately, just the success is not being replicated on the pitch. And Forest, find themselves in a really dire position now. They'll find themselves the only team now on 0 points. Sheffield United and Blackpool will still be accompanying you in the bottom 3. And Preston, with that potential win against Peterborough, if they can hold on, they'll find themselves in 21st, just below Hull City. Well, we've just got a goal at the Cardiff City Stadium, and it's Cardiff who have taken the lead against Millwall. Now, that's not good, because then Millwall would now fall in the bottom 3 now. I've literally just jinxed Millwall now. Okay, who scored for Cardiff? Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I forgot to include Cardiff in my ticking, but I actually haven't. Who has scored for Cardiff? He won't tell me. Forest Green have now got a 2-goal cushion against Crawley. I think they've won this now. It won't tell me who scored for Cardiff. It is Aidan Flint again. It's Aidan Flint with the goal. I tell you what, Aidan Flint is being a Gaffer Fantasy League's dream at the moment. For one gamer, why Forest losing? You're a Forest fan. It's disappointing, really, to see this, because I did see the stats at half-time, and Forest have not had a single shot, which is not a good start. And I knew Stoke were the better side, but Stoke weren't creating anything, like, really dangerous. They only had 1 shot on target, for what I know. So, hearing that that's pretty much stayed the same, it's just disappointing, really, just hearing that how far down Forest have fallen. They've got a great manager, and in my opinion, a great squad, but it's just not being replicated on the pitch, sadly. So, at this point, I don't even know what to suggest, to be honest. The One Gamer, if you are a new viewer, everyone do make sure you do welcome the One Gamer if he is a new viewer. We always make sure we welcome our new viewers to this stream, going through it thick and thin, whether you are supporting a team doing well or whether you're supporting a team really heavily struggling. Excuse me, I don't know why I had indigestion there. This stream is already going positively well right now, with the fact we've hit 750 subscribers, of course. If you've not hit as a subscriber, and please do so. It does really, really help. Yeah. All I can say, I have a lot of sympathy for Forest fans in the moment. They deserve so much better. They really do. They really do. Haven't heard much from the Sheffield game. I know Sheffield United being a better team, but right now I've not really heard anything, forming a goal. For the fact that Huddersfield didn't even have a shot in the first half, so it's not really a good sign that we're going to get any goals. I think, have we got a 4th goal? Right, well, we got a 4th goal in the Etihad. It's 4-0. Only one more goal to match my score prediction with Man City Norwich. I might have got that one nailed on. Harrogate's just equalised against Barrow. Forest Green have now just scored again. Nicky Cadden with a hat-trick. So he will probably get one of the best performances of the weekend, with him getting a hat-trick in the EFL. Oh, there's so many messages. I'm going to have to read those later. It's still 3-0 Birmingham. We could get a 3-0 victory with Birmingham right now. They could even score more. They still got a load of time for it. Although, what I will say, if Luton equalise at this position here, this would be an even better comeback than QPR and Barnsley. We're still not hearing anything from Palace and Brentford. Sounding very, very quiet at the moment. Well, my prediction with Cardiff and Millwall's going wrong, because Aidan Flint, I don't know what has happened to him. He's definitely eaten the right stuff, because he's just scored again for Cardiff. What is going on with Aidan Flint? He's ruined my Cardiff Millwall prediction, but you credit where it's due. He's done absolutely brilliantly. That's 2 goals in 4 minutes for Aidan Flint again. I mean, it's just like he's a set-piece specialist. You know, you've got Kiefer Moore for your headers, but you also got Aidan Flint as well. If he's in the right place in the right time, he'll head the ball in, and that's 2-0 to Cardiff. In fact, let's go capture now, and we'll see. Okay, so that's my Gaffer squad. So now let's look at the positions here. So look at that. We've got Fulham, West Brom, Stoke on 10 points each. Bournemouth, of course, were third, but because now they're dropping points against Blackpool, they're now down to 6th. Cardiff up to 5th with QPR at 4th. Birmingham still 7th. Blackburn falling down a bit. Coventry up to 9th. If they win, they'll have 9 points and actually will be in the top 6 themselves. Barnsley right in the middle of the table there. So look at that in the bottom part of the table here. We have got Millwall 21st, Preston 20th, Blackpool still 22nd, Sheffield United 23rd, and Nottingham Forest will be the only team with 4 defeats in 4. Some crazy developments going on at the moment. All right, well, now it's time for me to be nervous because Oldham has just got 1 goal back against Colchester. Dylan Bamubola has just scored for Oldham. It is 2-1. Bristol Rovers got a consolation goal against Exeter. It's 4-1. And it is Sam Finley with the goal. God, Colchester, please hold on. You've only got 17 minutes yet. Will Stoke get playoffs this year? I think Stoke will be there and thereabouts. It's just about consistency. But the fact that they're winning, I am deeply encouraged by them. I'm getting a load of notifications here. Ipswich have just taken the lead against MK Dons. It is Macaulay Bonne again with the goal. It looks like Ipswich might get their first win of the season. We've got about 20 minutes for teams to hold on. We've got Preston to hold on, to their first points and their first win of the season. We have got potentially, Blackburn could try and complete a comeback. Blackpool could try and complete a comeback against Bournemouth. Coventry, 1 more goal, getting them a comeback against Reading. Derby, Middlesbrough looking pretty miserable as a 0-0. And same with Sheffield United and Huddersfield right now. Probably I should have predicted 0-0 now that I think about it. But right now, there's some games really hanging thick and, on a knife's edge right now. Thanks to 10 of you watching. We're still only 2 likes away from 20 likes. If we can get to 20 likes, I'd be terrifically appreciative. Please also hit that subscribe button if you've not done so. It does really help. We've hit 750, so thank you guys so much for that. But now let's try and push to 800. That would be that'll be the next big target we go for. Harry Taylor's been sent off for Barnet, and looks like Callum Roberts has scored the resulting penalty for Notts County. 3-0 victory, Notts County against Barnet at the moment. They will be a favourite to go up. I could see Notts County being a favourite to go up alongside, I think, Southend. I think there'll be another one who I think will be fighting all the way for promotion outside of the National League. Very tough league to get out of. You're going to join back soon, hopefully a few minutes before full time. Well, that'll be big. It'll be a big result if Birmingham can hold on. They've got about 15 minutes to hold on to a 3-goal lead. You would hope that they can hold on to this. We'll have to wait and see on that. Still 0-0 between Palace and Brentford, which is surprising. It looks like Burton will be having their first defeat of the season because Cambridge have scored again. It is 2-0 to Cambridge. And it is Thomas Hamer with an own goal. That's put them in a dire position. And MK Dons immediately equalise again. Ipswich just cannot stop giving away the lead. It is O'Reilly with the equaliser for MK Dons. Unbelievable. Portsmouth, because they're not winning, they have fallen out of the top 2 since Sheffield Wednesday and Wickham have a better goal difference. But one Portsmouth goal would definitely put Portsmouth back on top. And it's 0-0 at the moment against Doncaster. That's why Portsmouth have fallen out of the top 2 of League One. It just goes to show how competitive League One is this year. God, it's unbelievable. Ipswich just cannot get a win. They really cannot win a game. It's quite amazing. Ipswich. Where are Ipswich in the table? Ipswich are down to 19th. 19th place. 4 games being played and only 2 points being picked up. That's unbelievable, really. Danny Rose scored for Chesterfield. Chesterfield's another team that I'll be watching and keeping my eye on in the National League also. In fact, one thing what I'll say, I'm going to... Okay, well, we've got our fourth goal at Ellen Road. Rafinha, it sounds like, has scored for Leeds United. It's 2-2. And we can still get a winner here. We've still got 80 minutes to see a winner at Ellen Road. We've got a goal at Bramall Lane. It has gone to the away side, Huddersfield Town. Josh Koroma with the goal. That is unbelievable. Huddersfield are beating Sheffield United. It's not going to be a 0-0 at the moment. If Sheffield United lose this, oh my God. I said 1-1, which I think is a reasonable result for Sheffield United. But at the moment, it looks like it could even get worse. Millwall have got 1 goal back against Cardiff. It's Benik Afobe with the goal. If it's 2-2, that's not a bad result for me because that'll be 1 point for the prediction league. So 1 Millwall goal would do me nicely. 1 West Brom goal would do me really well right now. God, I've got a sore throat from all this talking. God, Josh Koroma, that's definitely shocked me. I didn't think we will see a goal in Bramall Lane today, but we have. It's gone to Huddersfield as well. That will put them in 2 wins in their opening 4 games. Quite amazing, really. 1 Coventry goal would do me very nicely as well. Right. They're checking something in Villa game, VAR. Maybe a disallowed goal, potentially, or a goal that probably should be given. Chesterfield score a quick double to make it 2-0 to Chesterfield. Okay, thanks for the likes, everyone. 18 likes still. Thanks for all the support. I do terrifically appreciate it. God, this is the exciting part of the game where you keep checking, seeing, what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, this is going to be intense. I need a West Brom goal. I need a Coventry goal. Right, Chris Kamal's just talking about Josh Koroma's goal now. And it looks like Sorba Thomas with the assist as well. I mean, Sorba Thomas has had a brilliant start for Huddersfield. I tell you what, that's a big result, but what a blow that would be for Sheffield United. That'll put them down 23rd. I believe we mentioned before, Sheffield United, this could be trouble for them. Yeah, I definitely remember saying it. I said 1-1, and I say that result's not enough for Sheffield United, but they may not even get a goal. They may not even get a point out of it. If they can't score against Huddersfield, then there's something really fundamentally wrong. Right, Forest Green, I've completely run raw against Crawley now. It is 6-2 at their ground now. Jake Young scoring the 6th goal for Forest Green. Ooh, no correct predictions or scores at the moment, but 1 goal from 2 games can definitely save my prediction. That's all I'm going to say. Gillingham now 2-1 up against Morecambe. Vardane Oliver with the penalty. Gillingham have had a pretty poor start, so this will be a big win for Gillingham if they can get that. Whew. This is going to be tough. It's going to be tough to see through this final 10 minutes. We're in the final 10 minutes. We have to win this time. So yeah, Leeds now in the final 10 minutes. This could be a very important 3 points for Leeds if they can get 1 more goal. If Leeds get 1 more goal, this will be unbelievable for them. So Fulham still only beating Hull by 2-0. Right now, my prediction is looking a little bit harsh on Hull's part now. Maybe I should have just predicted 2-0 for Fulham there. Guess another big win is Preston getting their first 3 points of the season unless nothing happens at Deepdale. I mean, at the moment, I'm not hearing any danger from Peterborough at all. Darren Ferguson being outclassed against his former club that he's managed over 10 years ago. You'll scream if they score. I'm not surprised. I mean, look at that. Thomas Hamer again with an own goal for Burton has put Cambridge 3-0 up. He's contributed 2 of Cambridge's goals today. It's not a good day at all for Thomas Hamer. And Celtic have scored a 6th against St Mirren. David Turnbull with a hat-trick. Right, this is going to be the last break before we have the ending of the game. Let's go capture, I think, and see what's going on. Well, let's look at the table, I think. I think that's the most important thing to look at now. So, with these results, Sheffield United only 1 point, Blackpool 2 points, Millwall, despite that one consolation goal they could have, they are still only 2 points. Preston on 3 points there, Hull with 3 points there, Peterborough down to 18th. Swansea and Bristol City right there. Reading and Derby consolidating the mid-table position. Middlesbrough falling down to 12th. That's quite a big blow if that's the case. Huddersfield up to 10th. Huddersfield up to 10th if they get a win. That's amazing. Coventry, of course, I'm wanting them to win at the moment for my score prediction. A win would put them on 9 points and in the top 6. Birmingham up to 7th, unbelievably. Cardiff in the top 6 with Bournemouth. QPR. That is pretty much my top 6 prediction, but just replace Stoke with Sheffield United. That's literally my top 6 prediction. Oh, look at that. Fleetwood have just completed a comeback against Cheltenham. 2-1 up now. Darnell Johnson with the goal. That could be a big goal for Fleetwood's season. They could get their first win of the season following this. Oh, my gosh. Right. Let's look at Bournemouth and Blackburn with their momentum. So Bournemouth being a better team now. They have to chase the game, but looks like they just were a little bit too relaxed in this game. That's probably what's let them down a bit. Coventry and Reading. Looks like Coventry... Oh, okay. Stop refreshing. It looks like Coventry have been a better team. Look at that. So they got 10 minutes, Coventry, to try and get one more goal. And Cardiff, look at that. They've just scored their 3rd goal of the game. 3-1 against Millwall. I think we'll find out very, very soon who has scored for Cardiff. That's definitely going to be a wrong, correct score in a moment. It's like when I played that 2 own goals in that game. Well, it was that 6-a-side game from last year where I had 2 own goals. Yeah, it wasn't a great day for me. I mean, the party probably made it a little bit sweeter. But no, it wasn't a great game for me. But one thing I will say, I had a much better game from that game. And obviously 1,000 subscribers, you can see what sort of game I had. So yeah, 3-1. Now Cardiff find themselves, but I don't know who scored. It won't tell me. Well, it's 5-0 now. It's 5-0 at the Etihad. I predicted 5-0. So if it stays the same, I would have predicted Man City Norwich spot on there. We had Mahrez now with the goal. We've had 5 different goal scorers for Man City in that game today. Sean Morrison scores. Oh my God, I've got Sean Morrison in my team. Okay, I don't feel too bad that I've got Sean Morrison instead of Aidan Flint now. Man, it's just Norwich. It's just so predictable now. It's just they cannot get enough points to survive unless they get points against teams around them. Notts County now 4-0 up against Barnet. God, that's been one-sided as well. Come on, West Brom. I need you to score one more goal. You can definitely score one more goal, West Brom, against this Blackburn side. Come on, Coventry. You need to score one more goal as well, please. I've not got any correct scores at the moment, and I'm really concerned about my prediction league status if I don't have a good game week. I'm not even in League 2 in Ben's league. I'm within 2 points away of entering his League 2 league. I need a really good week this week if I want to get into BENHD's league, and I'm not going to do it if people are not going to score their goals. Come on, guys. That's not me being angry. It's just me stating, you know, the situation I'm in. That's what I'll call it. Yeah, so talking about Doncaster Portsmouth, I don't know why. I mean, maybe a lot of eyes on Portsmouth for the fact they've won opening 3 games. It looks like their 100% record is about to go unless they find one goal. So it looks like, well, they're talking about Yerry Mina and Bamford again. This has been the war in this game between Mina and Bamford. Right now, 8 minutes left plus stoppage time for Leeds to try and get 1 goal. But they cannot concede another either. That would be a really, really bad way for Leeds to, lose a chance to get their first point of the season if they concede now. God, I'm anticipating a championship goal, but I don't know when the next one's going to be. One at the one at Ewood Park and one at the Ricoh Arena would be absolutely brilliant. We've had a 9-goal thriller at Forest Green. It's 6-3 now. Crawley have got 1 goal back. Cressy Appiah in the 86th minute. I mean, one game that's been a bit disappointing for me has been Palace and Brentford. 0-0. I've wanted to see a bit more. Sutton have just equalised against Scunthorpe. That could be a big moment for Sutton if they can complete a comeback now. Kings Lynn player Junior Moraes has just been sent off. I think Kings Lynn are losing in their game as well. I think they're playing Southend, actually. So, yeah, not good for them. That's the last thing that they need right now. Oh, where's the next goal? 1 goal could win it at Palace. Yeah, I know. Some games are so close. 1 goal could literally change it. This is going to be big. This is going to be potentially I think 1 goal that would definitely just set people alive. Well, what an unbelievable game. Birmingham have just scored again. Gary Gardner with the 4th for Birmingham. 4-0. I mean, I'm going to be intrigued to see that footage back because what has happened to Luton Town there? I said watch out for Luton Town, but I didn't think that they would. Concede 4 against Birmingham. I won't lie. Torquay have got 1 back against Altrincham. They've got 15 minutes to try and get back into this. Although having said that, literally 10 minutes later, Altrincham scored again. So it's 3-1 to Altrincham there. Oh, in the 87th minute, Fleetwood looks like they're not going to get their first win of the season since Alfie May has just equalised for Cheltenham. Yeah, Gary Gardner. Yeah, that one. He's just scored for Birmingham to make it 4-0 to the Blues. I mean, that's incredible. That's an incredible scoreline. I could not have foretold that. I foretold a 4-0, but I didn't think it would be Luton-Birmingham. I thought that game was going to be really quiet. But I stand corrected. I was a little bit wrong with that prediction there. Yeah, there's not much for me to say right now. It looks like Celtic and St Mirren's ended 6-0. St Mirren would have been glad that's over. God, I tell you what, Hogan scoring, 2 goals. That's big for Scott Hogan. This could be the game that can definitely revive Scott Hogan's form. Wigan have scored a really late goal against Charlton. Tendayi Darikawa with the goal in the 88th minute. Charlton have had a really poor start. Yeah, I thought Jeff was reacting to something else, but they reacted to Charlton's goal there. If Flint gets a hat-trick, then he would have had 2 incredible games in the space of like a couple of days, which would be amazing. The fact that even Morrison has scored, God, my gaffer team, I've not even checked it. It could actually get a load of points. So yeah, they've not even added a goal into it yet. First half clean sheet. Yeah, this squad's going to need to be changed quite a bit. I've already exceeded 80 points, and it's not even added Morrison's goal yet. If McFadden gets a goal for Coventry to make it 2-1... I'm just listening to Blackpool. All right, so there's been not a goal, but it's been really energetic between these two sides. I mean, that game's on the knife edge as well. 1 goal will seal it for one side. Harrogate now 2-1 up against Barrow. They were behind Harrogate. And Fleetwood look like they've saved their first win of the season. Shaden Morris 3-2 against Cheltenham. Devastating for Cheltenham, but a Brilliant 3 points for Fleetwood Town there. Oh, come on, West Brom. One more goal. One more goal, West Brom. And Coventry, one more goal for you as well. There's a little bit more left to play with Coventry. Oh, I'm a bit worried. Come on. Well, it looks like Derby and Middlesbrough will end 0-0, but it sounds like Derby have been the better team. So apparently one side's hit the bar. I couldn't quite hear who. Well, Chuckson-Neke's just scored for Birmingham. It's 5-0. I must be dreaming. 5-0. 5-0. Oh my god, Chuckson-Neke with 5. I cannot believe what I'm seeing here. What a result this is. I mean, right now, I mean, you got to question Luton Town if their defenders have actually turned up today. You really got to. Oh my god. Hang on. Oh my god, hang on. Oh my god, are we losing? Oh no, Chelmsford are losing 2-1 to Maidstone. Ah. Dang. Right, well. That's a shame. Yeah, I literally have to pinch myself. Am I really seeing 5-0? I am actually seeing 5-0. I might tweet it, actually. Man City Norwich has ended 5-0. That's a correct score, but it's a Premier League score, and it won't count towards the prediction league. Ah, if I only had 1,000 subs, I would have had 3 points there. Hang on. I'm going to definitely tweet this. How on earth have Birmingham scored 5 goals? I cannot... Crew down to 10 men. Luke Offord getting sent off here. Hang on. We may have a goal at Bramwell Lane. If it's 1-1. It's 1-1! Oh my god, I got a correct score. Got a correct score. Sheffield United have scored. Oh my god. This might have saved my score prediction there. Oh my gosh. 92nd minute. Oh my god, this will be the only time I celebrate a Sheffield United goal. It's Billy Sharp as well with the goal. Sheffield United's first goal in the league. I'm so sorry, Mr. Football, if you see this. I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I'm so sorry. I can only say I'm so sorry if you see this. Oh, but you've got to understand the context. My score predictions. Oh my god. Okay, something's just happened. Well, something nearly happened at Ellen Road, for what I know. Yeah, I just tweeted something about the Birmingham game. Oh my god, I actually might get a correct score. Oh my gosh. I can't believe this. If we get a last minute winner for Leeds or Everton here, this will be a big... It's still 2-2 there. We're in 90 minutes here. 1-0 Stoke has ended full-time. LGP, you're right. That's devastating for Nottingham Forest to still have 4 defeats. Colchester have held on for a win. Get in. That's our first win of the season in League 2 against Oldham. Oldham having a dismal start, to tell you the truth. It looks like Palace and Brentford's going to be a 0-0 draw for what I've seen. We've only got 1 more minute left in that game. Solihull Moors equalised within the last minute of the game against Wrexham. They were behind for so much of that game, but they've managed to claw in an equaliser. We're now getting a load of full-time whistles coming in. Oh, come on, Coventry, West Brom, please, both of you score. 1 West Brom goal and 1 Coventry goal will really help, especially Coventry. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It can't be serious. You cannot be serious. You cannot be serious right now. Huddersfield have just scored again. Oh my god, I thought I had it. Oh my god. Guys, what's this? Oh my, I can't describe this. Okay, you know what? Fair play, Huddersfield. Fair play. You know, that's all I can say. But I cannot believe this. How can Sheffield United throw it away like that? And it's Levi Colwill, the Chelsea player, who has scored as well. Oh, I can't even be mad. I can't be mad. West Brom and Coventry, I order you now to score a goal, please. Charlton have just conceded again. Wigan, James McLean, new signing from Stoke, of course, scoring for Wigan there in the 95th minute. Crystal Palace and Brentford's ending 0-0. Palace with their first point of the season. Oh, please, West Brom and Coventry, both of you score. That would be so helpful right now. Right, Cardiff Mill's ended. I knew I wasn't going to get a correct score there. Luton Birmingham's ended. Dang, West Brom's just ended. Right, come on, Coventry. Come on, Coventry. You can save me 3 points if you just score 1. Yeah, I know. Unbelievable. I mean, I celebrated like mad when Sheffield United scored because I thought I was going to correctly predict 1-1. But Levi Colwill, man, in the 90th minute. Oh, Jaden Biggs wants Reading to score because he's a Reading fan. I mean, to be honest, it's not like I have a vendetta against these clubs. It's down to my score predictions. You know, that's... Hang on. It looks like they're looking at a penalty decision here. Is that for Everton or is that for Leeds? No, hang on. No, there's no pen. There's no pen at Ellen Road. It's ended 2-2 between Bournemouth and Blackpool. What a result for Blackpool that is. So we're still playing at the Rico. We're still playing at Craven Cottage as well. We're still playing. It's ended 2-1 to Huddersfield full time. We're still playing at Deepdale. We've been terrible, says Jaden. I mean... In terms of, at this point, if that's the case, then you probably would take a point at this rate. And it looks like at the moment you're going to take that at the moment. We've only got within a couple of minutes. 2-2 it's ended, do you think? I think it has ended. I think it's ended 2-2 to Leeds. James Fee, welcome back. I think Derby and Middlesbrough may have been the worst game you've seen. Oh, it's been a roller coaster of emotions from elation of Sheffield United scoring to get a correct score, but then Levi Colwill to ruin it. It happens. And looks like Preston may have held on here. Coventry scoring would do really well for my prediction, because as it stands, I've not got any correct scores, and that's not going to be good. Right now, I'm not having a good start whatsoever. Right, looks like, Leeds, Everton's ended 2-2. That's a big game. We can check Gaffer afterwards. I mean, I'll probably look at Gaffer because it'll be a good way just to kind of make me divert my attention away from my poor predictions. It was scrappy for what I know. Right, Aston Villa beating Newcastle by 2-0. What did I predict in that game? Did I predict... I know I predicted a Villa win, but I can't remember what I predicted. Southend do hold on against Kings Lynn. It ends 1-0. Right, we've still only got 2 games left to wait for full time. Coventry, Reading, and Preston and Peterborough. Those are the only 2 games left. Right, Preston, Peterborough has ended 1-0 Preston. Preston get their first win of the season. Mr. Football, one thing, look at the final 10 minutes of this, because I celebrate like crazy when Sheffield United scored. Not because of, Sheffield United getting the point, because of my score prediction, because I predicted 1-1. And, as soon as Levi Colwill scored, I was like, brilliant. You know what, at this point, then Huddersfield have earned it, because if Sheffield United can't hold a point for that long, then they deserve not to win. Anyway, we've only got 1 more game left to wait to end. Coventry, Reading, 1-1 at the moment. Oh, they've just changed Soccer Saturday away. It looks like Jaden Biggs is really into the action here. It's ending 0-0 with Doncaster and Portsmouth. So Portsmouth lost their 100% start in League One. No way is it. Has it actually gone 2-1 Coventry? Nah. No way. No way. It has! That's unbelievable! How on earth did it happen? Was it a counter-attack? I mean, Coventry fans will be full of limbs right now. It means I get one correct score in my prediction, so that's one shot to my party today. It's Matt Godden on his return from injury as well in the 98th minute. That is crazy. Oh my goodness me. I am so shocked at that. That's unbelievable. I think now that's the only result I need to update. There we go. So there we go. We'll read all the results as they tick along. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. There will be actual limbs in that Coventry crowd. But that's unbelievable. Reading looked like that they could do it. But it might have been a counter-attack in the other end of the pitch. Matt Godden. He had scored some last-minute goals before. But blimey. And that's full-time as well. Yeah, 2-1 Coventry. So, here are the scores. Liverpool 2-0 Burnley and QPR 2, Marseille 2. What a game that was in the early kickoff today. Premier League, we had 2-0 between Villa and Newcastle's Danny Ings and an El Ghazi penalty. Palace 0, Brentford 0, stalemate in that game. Leeds 2, Everton 2. What a game. Demarai Gray and Calvert-Lewin penalty with the Everton goals. But, who scored for Leeds again? It was Click and the other one, I've forgotten. Man City 5, Norwich 0. Don't even tell me who the goal scorers were. Tim Krul scored a no goal that one. So Blackburn West Brom 2-1. Alex Mowatt scoring the first goal. And then, I can't even get all the goals right. Bournemouth Blackpool 2-2. Cardiff Millwall 3-1. Coventry 2, Reading 1. Matt Godden in the 98th minute. Derby 0, Middlesbrough 0. Fulham 2, Hull 0. 2 first half goals from Mitrovic and Carvalho doing enough. Luton 0, Birmingham 5. What a result that was. Scott Hogan with a brace. Preston 1, Peterborough 0. Their first win of the season. A goal from Patrick Bowen on his return. Sheffield United 1, Huddersfield 2. An unbelievable result in the Yorkshire derby there. And Stoke 1, Forest 0. Still no wins and points for Forest. My gosh, yeah, Fotis, welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, it's near the end. Let's look at capture and see what the table looks like. We definitely need to see what the table looks like now. So, Fulham first. West Brom second with Stoke third. What a start Stoke have had with QPR, Cardiff, Bournemouth. In fact, that needs to be updated because QPR, Coventry have scored. There we go. Actually, has it updated? What? Hang on. What's going on here? They've not added Coventry's result yet. They've not added Coventry's result. This table's wrong. This table is wrong. SofaScore, fix your table. I'm going to have to go on BBC. Championship. Because their table's wrong. Right, let's go on BBC Sport this time. I know that table's wrong. I can already see it. Have we got an actual updated table right now? Right, there we go. That's the table I was looking for. There we go, guys. So do you see this? Let's go. Fulham first, West Brom second, Stoke third, Coventry fourth, QPR 5 and Cardiff 6. Bournemouth with that draw to Blackpool fall out of the top 6. Birmingham 8th with a +4 goal difference. Blackburn down to 9th. Huddersfield in the top 10. That's unbelievable. Luton down to 11th. Middlesbrough 12th. Barnsley 13th. Look at that. Derby 14th. Bristol City and Swansea next to each other. Peterborough down to 17th. Reading now fall down to 18th place. Hull with 19th place. Now Preston with that first win. They are now up to 20th. Millwall, look how far down they are. 21st. And the bottom 3, despite that heroic draw for Blackpool, they're still in the bottom 3 for the fact they've not won a game yet, with Sheffield United on 1 and Nottingham Forest last place. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Did you go to the game? It was Class Stadium. It's booming. I can't even hear Alex. It was that loud. You had to put captions on. Wow. Well, fair play. You know, that's the thing about Sheffield United. They've got such a good atmosphere. They've got such a good crowd. And that's why they really don't deserve to be in the position that they're in. Yeah, well done, Huddersfield. Well done, Ruben. Yeah. The town are going up, says Blue Terrier. I mean, it's good to have this optimism. I really do think it's good to have that optimism. You know, when you've got that win, it's definitely good to live it. I would definitely agree with that. Unbelievable. So, just like that, Huddersfield win, and that is the table. Those are all the results. And unfortunately, they'll have to wrap it up because I'm about to go for a party. So I'll be celebrating the fact I got 750 subscribers. If you've not hit that subscribe button, please do so, because it means we'll be pushing even closer to 800 subscribers. That's the next target. If you haven't liked the stream, please give it a like. It does really help the stream. And yeah, thank you. And please share this channel as well. It does really, really help. But I've got to say, guys, thank you so much for the support today. I really appreciate every single one of you spending your time to go on these streams. It really, from the bottom of my heart, it really does. You know, it does really make me really happy to see all of you enjoy my stuff. So yeah, there we go. They'll have to wrap it up for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. Yeah, Gaffer, you know, I'll check my Gaffer team very, very quickly. Thanks for reminding me, Charlie. I don't know if it's going to update. If it's not updated, I won't show it. It has updated a bit, but I don't know if it's going to be the final points. Let's do it. So 92 points apparently. Yeah, in fact, that actually might be the final points. So Davies. Oh, I should have had Davies over McFadden. Ah. You know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. I wouldn't have got too many points for that. 92 points. To be fair, that is really good. I wanted 80, and to get 92 is brilliant. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary for starting this stream. And as always,